Welcome, traveler, to this quiet space. Before we begin our journey, take a moment to notice the world around you. What time is it where you are? Let us know in the comments below and share the city or country you are listening from. It is a beautiful thing to know we are all connected, sharing this moment of peace from all corners of the earth. Now, find a comfortable position, one that allows your body to feel supported and at ease. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze, letting the world outside begin to fade away. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the soft rhythm of air entering and leaving your body. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to change. Simply be here, in this moment, with your breath. Each inhale brings a wave of calm, and each exhale releases any tension you may be holding. Inhale peace, exhale stress. Allow your body to grow heavier, sinking deeper into a state of profound relaxation. Tonight, we embark on a journey together. We will follow the path of a quiet stream, from its humble beginnings high in the mountains to its final union with the vast, endless ocean. This is a journey of letting go, of flowing with the current of life, and of finding the deep, abiding peace that resides within you. Let the sound of my voice be your guide, a gentle current carrying you into a state of deep and restful sleep. There is only this path, this moment, this breath. Let us begin. The journey begins not with a step, but with a breath. A single, conscious breath. Inhale slowly, deeply, feeling the cool air enter your nostrils, filling your lungs, expanding your chest. And now, exhale, just as slowly, just as deeply, releasing the air, releasing the day, releasing all that you no longer need to hold. This is the rhythm of the journey, the rhythm of the stream, the rhythm of life itself. In and out, ebb and flow, a gentle, constant, peaceful rhythm. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the scent of damp earth and ancient stone. You find yourself standing at the foot of a great mountain, its peaks shrouded in a soft, swirling mist. The world is hushed, caught in the quiet moments just before the dawn. A sense of stillness pervades everything. A silence so deep it seems to hum with a gentle energy. You feel a pull, an invitation to ascend, to discover what lies hidden in the heights. You begin to walk, your steps slow and mindful on a path worn smooth by time. The ground beneath your feet is soft, a carpet of fallen pine needles and moss. With each step, you feel a sense of lightness, as if you are leaving the weight of the world behind. The path winds gently upward, leading you deeper into the heart of the mountain. The trees around you are ancient and wise, their branches reaching towards the sky like silent guardians. The mist swirls around you, a soft white veil that quiets the senses and turns your focus inward. You listen. At first, there is only the sound of your own soft footsteps, the whisper of your breath. But then, you hear it, a subtle, melodic sound, almost too faint to notice. It is the sound of water, a gentle, rhythmic dripping, a soft gurgle. It is the first hint of the stream, the beginning of its long and winding journey. The sound calls to you, a promise of purity and life. You follow it, your heart filled with a quiet anticipation. The path grows steeper, and you place your hands on the cool, damp surfaces of ancient boulders to steady yourself. The moss that clings to them is like velvet beneath your fingertips, a vibrant, living green. The sound of water grows stronger now, a clear and constant music that seems to emanate from the very heart of the mountain. It is a sound of pure potential, of life beginning. You feel a sense of reverence, as if you are approaching a sacred space, is less than Hashown number. Number is greater than. You round a final bend, and there it is, the source. From a fissure in a great wall of dark, glistening rock, the water emerges. It is not a rushing torrent, but a gentle, persistent seeping. Droplets form, catch the faint, pre-dawn light, and fall with a soft splash into a small, clear pool below. Each drop is a liquid jewel, perfect and pure. The pool is a mirror of absolute clarity, reflecting the grey sky and the dark rock without distortion. This is the birthplace of the stream. Here, in this high, lonely place, life begins its patient journey. You kneel by the edge of the pool, your reflection looking back at you from the still surface. You see your own eyes, and in them, the reflection of the mountain, the mist, and the first, faint light of dawn. In this moment, you feel a profound connection to this place, to the purity of this water, to the beginning of all things. You dip your fingers into the water. It is shockingly cold, a cold that speaks of the deep, dark places within the earth from which it has come. The water is so clean it feels alive, a vibrant energy that tingles against your skin. You watch as the ripples from your touch spread outwards, momentarily disturbing the perfect stillness of the pool, before it settles once more into a state of serene calm. This is the nature of the water, to be disturbed and then to return to peace. From the pool, a tiny trickle of water overflows, a silver thread finding its way through the cracks in the stones. This is the stream, at its most vulnerable, its most humble. It is a small thing, barely a whisper of what it will become, yet it moves with a quiet determination. It does not force its way, but follows the path of least resistance, flowing around obstacles, seeking the lowest ground, guided by an unseen force. Here at the source, you are reminded of the concept of the beginner's mind, to see the world with fresh eyes, free from the preconceptions and judgments that cloud our perception. This tiny stream knows nothing of the ocean it is destined to meet. It knows only this moment, this single, perfect drop following the next. It is completely present, completely open to the journey ahead. It holds no ambition, no fear, only the simple, pure intention to flow. You sit on a smooth, moss-covered rock beside the pool, and you close your eyes. You listen to the sound of the water, the soft, rhythmic dripping that is the heartbeat of the mountain. It is a sound that has been here for millennia, a constant, gentle song of creation. You match your breath to the rhythm of the drops, inhaling as a droplet forms, exhaling as it falls. You feel yourself becoming one with the rhythm of this place, your own inner stillness mirroring the stillness of the pool. The mist begins to thin, and the first rays of the rising sun pierce through, painting the sky in soft hues of pink and gold. The light catches the water, transforming the droplets into sparkling diamonds. The world awakens, but here, at the source, the deep peace remains. The light does not shatter the stillness, but illuminates it, revealing the profound beauty of this simple, sacred place. You feel a sense of profound gratitude for this moment, for this place. You have witnessed a beginning, a moment of pure, unblemished potential. The stream has taught you its first lesson, that every great journey begins with a single, simple step, a single, pure intention. It is a lesson in humility, in patience, and in the quiet power of a gentle beginning. With a final, deep breath of the cool, clean mountain air, you rise. It is time to follow the stream, to see where its journey leads. You feel a sense of peace and clarity, as if the pure water of the source has washed away your worries. leaving you with a clean slate, a beginner's mind, ready to embrace the path ahead. You turn from the source and begin to follow the silver thread of water as it makes its way down the mountainside. Your own journey now intertwined with the path of the quiet stream. The stream, now a steady, flowing ribbon of silver, leads you into the heart of an ancient mountain forest. The air grows cooler here, thick with the rich, loamy scent of damp earth, decaying leaves, and the sharp, clean fragrance of pine. The trees are giants, their massive trunks covered in a thick carpet of moss, their branches forming a high, vaulted canopy that filters the sunlight into a soft, dappled green. The forest floor is a tapestry of ferns, wildflowers, and mushrooms, a world of intricate detail and quiet life. The stream flows with a new confidence here, its voice a gentle, constant murmur as it tumbles over smooth grey stones. The stones are like ancient beings, their surfaces worn into soft, rounded shapes by centuries of the water's patient caress. They are covered in a vibrant green moss, so soft it looks like velvet. You watch as the water flows around them, not in a hurry, but with a graceful, effortless ease. It does not fight the stones, but embraces them, finding the path of least resistance, a perfect example of Wu Wei, of effortless action. You walk beside the stream, your footsteps silent on the soft earth. The forest is alive with sound, yet it is a deeply peaceful sound. The gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze, the distant call of a bird, the soft buzzing of a bee as it flits from one wildflower to another. You see a deer at the edge of the stream, its head bowed to drink, its large, dark eyes calm and watchful. It sees you, but it is not afraid. It seems to understand that you are a part of this place, a fellow traveler in this peaceful world. You sit on a fallen log, its surface soft with moss and decay. You close your eyes and listen to the symphony of the forest. The stream's gentle murmur is the constant, underlying rhythm, the heartbeat of this ancient place. The other sounds, the birdsong, the rustling leaves, the buzzing insects, are the melodies, each one a unique voice in the grand chorus of life. You feel a profound sense of interconnectedness, of being a part of this vast, intricate web of life. You are not separate from the forest, but a part of it, just as the stream, the trees, the animals, and the insects are all a part of it. The stream continues its journey, and you follow. It leads you to a place where the forest opens up and the sunlight streams down in golden shafts. Here, the stream widens, forming a series of shallow pools. The water is so clear you can see every pebble on the bottom, every tiny fish that darts in and out of the shadows. You see a butterfly, its wings a brilliant, iridescent blue, as it lands on a flower at the water's edge. It is a moment of perfect, fleeting beauty, a reminder to be present, to notice the small wonders that are all around us. You lie down on a patch of soft, green moss, your head pillowed on your hands. You look up at the canopy of leaves, at the way the sunlight filters through, creating a constantly shifting pattern of light and shadow. You feel the gentle breeze on your skin, carrying the scent of the forest. You feel the deep, abiding peace of this place, seeping into your bones, into your very soul. You feel your worries and anxieties begin to melt away, replaced by a sense of calm and contentment. The stream flows on, and you know that you must too. You rise, feeling refreshed and renewed. You have learned the lesson of the forest, the lesson of harmony, of patience, and of the profound beauty of a life lived in connection with all things. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the peace of the forest, your mind quiet and still, ready to receive the next lesson that the path of the quiet stream has to offer. The stream now leads you into a dense grove of bamboo. The character of the landscape changes dramatically. The tall, straight stalks of the bamboo rise up on either side of you, their green, segmented bodies forming a natural cathedral. The light is different here, a soft, diffused green that seems to glow with an inner luminescence. The air is still and cool, and the only sound is the gentle rustle of the bamboo leaves in the breeze, a sound like the softest of whispers. The stream winds its way through the bamboo grove, its path a graceful, sinuous curve. The bamboo stalks grow close to the water's edge, their reflections dancing on the surface. You watch as the wind blows and the bamboo sways, bending in a graceful arc, yet never breaking. It is a powerful image of flexibility, of resilience. The bamboo does not resist the wind, but yields to it, and in its yielding, it finds its strength. You walk through the grove, your hand brushing against the smooth, cool surface of the bamboo. You feel its strength, its deep-rootedness in the earth, and yet, you also feel its lightness, its ability to dance with the wind. It is a reminder that true strength is not found in rigidity, but in the ability to adapt, to be flexible, to bend without breaking. It is a lesson in letting go of our resistance to the winds of change, and instead, learning to flow with them. You find a small clearing in the grove, a place where the sunlight filters down to the forest floor. You sit on the ground, your back against a sturdy bamboo stalk. You close your eyes and listen to the sound of the wind in the bamboo. It is a sound that is both calming and energizing, a sound that seems to clear the mind and soothe the soul. It is the sound of nature's own music, a symphony of movement and stillness. You think about the bamboo. It grows quickly, yet it is hollow inside. Its emptiness is its strength. It is a reminder that we too need to cultivate a sense of inner spaciousness, a place of stillness and quiet within ourselves. It is in this inner emptiness that we can find our own strength, our own resilience, our own ability to weather the storms of life. The stream continues its journey, and you know that you must too. You rise, feeling a sense of renewed strength and flexibility. The bamboo has taught you its lesson, the lesson of yielding, of resilience, and of the power of inner emptiness. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the quiet strength of the bamboo, your mind clear and open, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey along the path of the quiet stream. The gentle murmur of the stream begins to grow louder, a deeper, more resonant sound that hints at a change in the landscape. The path begins to descend more steeply, and you find yourself walking alongside a series of small, cascading waterfalls. The water, which had been flowing so gently, now tumbles over a series of rocky ledges, its energy transformed into a display of power and grace. The air is filled with a fine mist, cool and refreshing on your skin. The sound of the waterfalls is a powerful, constant roar, yet it is not a jarring sound. It is a sound of pure, unbridled energy, a sound that seems to wash away all other thoughts, leaving your mind clear and focused. You stand on a large, flat rock, and you watch as the water plunges into the pool below, its surface churned into a white, frothy foam. You watch the water. You see how it holds nothing back, how it gives itself completely to the pull of gravity, to the downward path. It is a powerful lesson in letting go, in non-attachment. The water does not cling to the rocks, but flows over and around them, constantly changing, constantly in motion. It is a reminder that we too must learn to let go of the things that hold us back, to release our attachments to the past, to our fears, to our expectations. We must learn to flow with the current of life, to embrace change, to trust in the journey. You feel the spray of the waterfall on your face, and you close your eyes. You feel the power of the water, the raw, untamed energy of nature. You feel a sense of exhilaration, of release. It is as if the waterfall is washing away your old, stagnant energy, leaving you feeling clean, refreshed, and renewed. You feel a sense of courage, a willingness to embrace the unknown, to leap into the future with the same fearless abandon as the water leaping over the falls. The stream continues its journey, and you follow. The waterfalls have taught you their lesson, the lesson of letting go, of transformation, and of the exhilarating power of embracing change. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with a sense of courage and release, your mind clear and focused, ready to see what lies around the next bend in the path of the quiet stream. The path now leads you out of the forest and into a wide, open valley. The landscape changes once more, the steep, rocky terrain giving way to a gentle, rolling meadow. The stream, its energy spent in the waterfalls, now flows slowly and placidly, its surface a smooth, clear mirror, reflecting the vast, blue sky. The meadow is a riot of color, a tapestry of wildflowers in every shade imaginable: purple, yellow, red, and blue. The air is sweet with the scent of nectar and warm earth. The stream meanders through the meadow in a series of gentle, sweeping curves. It seems to be in no hurry, content to linger in this peaceful, sun-drenched place. You walk beside it, your feet sinking into the soft, thick grass. You feel a sense of ease, of contentment. There is no need to strive, no need to rush. There is only this moment, this gentle, flowing stream, this beautiful, peaceful meadow. You lie down in the grass, your body sinking into its soft embrace. You watch the clouds drift across the sky, their shapes constantly changing, forming and dissolving in a slow, graceful dance. You watch the bees as they flit from flower to flower, their soft buzzing a gentle, soothing sound. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, a gentle, life-giving heat. You feel a deep sense of peace, of being completely and utterly present in this moment. This is the lesson of the meadow, the lesson of mindfulness, of acceptance, of the profound joy that can be found in the simple, ordinary moments of life. The stream, in its slow, meandering journey through the meadow, teaches you the art of being, of simply existing, without the need to do, to achieve, to become. It is a lesson in accepting things as they are, in finding beauty in the present moment, just as it is. You close your eyes, and you bring your awareness to your breath. You feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the soft rhythm of your breath, mirroring the gentle, flowing rhythm of the stream. You feel a sense of deep relaxation, of letting go of all effort, of simply being. You are here, in this meadow, with the stream, the sun, the flowers, and the bees. You are a part of this beautiful, peaceful world, and all is well, is less than Heishon. Number is greater than. The stream flows on, and you know that you must too. You rise, feeling a sense of deep peace and contentment. The meadow has taught you its lesson, the lesson of mindfulness, of acceptance, and of the simple, profound joy of being present. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the peace of the meadow, your mind quiet and still, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey along the path of the quiet stream. The path of the stream leads you to a place of profound stillness and beauty, a Zen garden. The garden is enclosed by a low, grey stone wall, and you enter through a simple wooden gate. Inside, the world seems to fall away, replaced by a sense of deep peace and tranquility. The garden is a masterpiece of simplicity, a carefully composed landscape of stone, sand, water, and plants, each element placed with a sense of purpose and intention. The stream flows through the heart of the garden, its path guided by a series of smooth, grey stones. It widens into a small, still pond, its surface a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky, the trees, and the carefully placed stones. In the pond, a few large, colourful koi swim in slow, graceful circles, their movements a form of living calligraphy. The sound of the stream is a soft, gentle murmur, a subtle, underlying rhythm that only deepens the sense of peace. You walk along a path of smooth, flat stones that winds its way through the garden. The ground is covered in a layer of fine, white sand, raked into a pattern of concentric circles that ripple outwards from a large, central stone. The pattern is a representation of the universe, of the infinite, and of the interconnectedness of all things. It is a reminder that we are all a part of something much larger than ourselves, that we are all connected in a vast, intricate web of existence. You see a cherry tree, its branches covered in a cloud of delicate, pink blossoms. The blossoms are a symbol of the transient, fleeting nature of life, a reminder to cherish each moment, to be fully present in the here and now. You see a Japanese maple, its leaves are fiery, vibrant red, a symbol of the passion and energy that lies at the heart of all life. You see a gnarled, ancient pine, its branches twisted into a beautiful, sculptural form, a symbol of the strength and resilience that comes from weathering the storms of life. This is the lesson of the Zen garden, the lesson of wabi-sabi, of finding beauty in imperfection, in simplicity, in the transient, fleeting nature of all things. It is a lesson in mindful creation, in the art of arranging the elements of our own lives with a sense of purpose and intention. It is a reminder that our lives, like this garden, can be a work of art, a place of beauty, peace, and tranquility. You sit on a smooth, wooden bench, and you gaze at the garden. You feel a sense of deep stillness, of profound peace. The garden is a reflection of the mind, a place where the inner and outer worlds meet. As you quiet your own mind, you begin to see the garden in a new way. You see the subtle play of light and shadow, the intricate patterns in the moss on the stones, the delicate veins in a single cherry blossom. You see the beauty in the smallest of details, the profound wisdom in the simplest of forms. The stream flows on, and you know that you must too. You rise, feeling a sense of deep peace and clarity. The Zen garden has taught you its lesson, the lesson of wabi-sabi, of mindful creation, and of the profound beauty that can be found in simplicity and imperfection. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the peace of the garden, your mind quiet and still, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey along the path of the quiet stream. Leaving the serene enclosure of the Zen garden, you follow the stream as it flows towards a small, peaceful village. The houses are simple and elegant, with dark wooden beams, white plaster walls, and gracefully curved tile roofs. Smoke curls lazily from the chimneys, carrying the comforting scent of wood smoke and cooking food. The village is quiet, yet it is a living quiet, filled with the gentle sounds of everyday life. The stream runs through the center of the village, a clear, sparkling ribbon of life. Small, arched wooden bridges cross the stream, connecting the two sides of the village. You see women washing clothes in the stream, their movements slow and rhythmic, their chatter a soft, melodic murmur. You see children playing at the water's edge, their laughter like the tinkling of small bells. You see an old man sitting on a bench, his eyes closed, a gentle smile on his face, simply enjoying the warmth of the sun and the sound of the water. You walk through the village, and you feel a sense of deep peace and contentment. The people here live a simple life, a life that is intimately connected to the rhythms of nature, to the changing of the seasons, to the rising and setting of the sun. They are not in a hurry. They move with a sense of purpose and intention, their actions infused with a sense of mindfulness and grace. This is the lesson of the village, the lesson of chop wood, carry water, of finding enlightenment in the ordinary, everyday tasks of life. It is a reminder that we do not need to retreat from the world to find peace, but that we can find it right here, in the midst of our daily lives. It is a lesson in the ordinary mind, in the profound wisdom that can be found in a life lived with simplicity, with mindfulness, and with a deep appreciation for the present moment. You sit on one of the small, wooden bridges, and you watch the life of the village unfold around you. You see a potter at his wheel, his hands covered in clay, his face a mask of concentration as he shapes a simple, beautiful bowl. You see a weaver at her loom, her hands moving with a practiced, graceful rhythm as she creates a colorful tapestry. You see a farmer returning from the fields, his face weathered by the sun, his movements slow and steady, his heart filled with a quiet satisfaction. You feel a sense of deep respect for these people, for the simple, honest way they live their lives. They have found a way to live in harmony with themselves, with each other, and with the natural world. They have found a way to infuse their daily lives with a sense of the sacred, to find the extraordinary in the ordinary. They have found the path to a life of deep and abiding peace. The stream flows on, and you know that you must too. You rise, feeling a sense of deep peace and inspiration. The village has taught you its lesson, the lesson of chop wood, carry water, of the ordinary mind, and of the profound wisdom that can be found in a life lived with simplicity, mindfulness, and grace. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the peace of the village, your mind quiet and still, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey along the path of the quiet stream. The stream guides you away from the gentle hum of the village, and the landscape opens up once more, revealing a breathtaking panorama of terraced rice fields. The fields cascade down the hillside like a giant, green staircase, each terrace a shallow pool of water that perfectly mirrors the sky above. The stream, the lifeblood of this landscape, is diverted into a complex network of smaller channels, feeding each terrace in turn before gathering itself once more at the bottom of the valley. You stand at the top of the valley, looking out over the fields. The sight is one of perfect harmony between human effort and natural beauty. The terraces are a testament to generations of patient, mindful cultivation, of hands that have worked in partnership with the earth. The water in the fields is perfectly still, and the reflections are so clear that it feels as if you are looking at two skies, one above and one below. The world is doubled, a perfect, symmetrical image of peace. You walk along the narrow, grassy banks that separate the terraces. The air is warm and humid, and the scent of wet earth and growing things is rich and fertile. You can hear the soft gurgle of the water as it flows from one terrace to the next, a gentle, life-giving music. In the distance, you see a lone farmer, their conical hat a dark shape against the bright green of the young rice shoots. They move slowly, deliberately, their body bent in a posture of humble service to the land. This is the lesson of the rice fields, the lesson of sustenance, of giving, and of the cyclical nature of life. The stream, which has traveled so far, now gives its water freely to nourish the rice, which in turn will nourish the people of the village. It is a beautiful, endless cycle of giving and receiving, a perfect illustration of interdependence. Nothing exists in isolation. The stream needs the mountain, the rice needs the stream, and the people need the rice. All are connected, all are one. You sit on the grassy bank, and you watch the reflections in the water. You see the clouds drifting by, the birds soaring on the wind, the deep, endless blue of the sky. It is a reminder that the world we see is often just a reflection, a projection of our own minds. The water is the mind, and if the mind is still, it can reflect the world with perfect clarity. But if the mind is agitated, the reflection is distorted, and we cannot see things as they truly are. You feel a deep sense of gratitude welling up within you. Gratitude for the stream, for the water, for the rice, for the sun that warms your skin. Gratitude for the farmer, for their patient labor. Gratitude for this moment, for this beautiful, peaceful place. You realize that gratitude is the key to a life of joy and contentment. When we are grateful, we see the abundance that is all around us, and our hearts are filled with a sense of peace and well-being. The stream, having given its gift to the fields, gathers itself once more and continues on its journey. You rise, feeling a sense of deep gratitude and a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The rice fields have taught you their lesson, the lesson of sustenance, of giving, of cycles, and of gratitude. You continue on your journey, your heart filled with the peace of the fields, your mind quiet and still, ready to embrace the next chapter of your journey along the path of the quiet stream. As the sun begins to dip towards the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the stream leads you into a new landscape, the river delta. Here, the stream, which has been your constant companion, begins to change. It widens, slows, and splits into a multitude of smaller channels, weaving a complex, intricate pattern through a vast, flat expanse of marshland. The air is thick with the scent of salt and damp earth, and the sound of the water is a soft, gentle lapping, a whisper of the great ocean that lies just beyond. The delta is a world of its own, a place of transition, a threshold between the land and the sea. Tall reeds and grasses grow in abundance, their feathery tops swaying gently in the evening breeze. The water is dark and mysterious, its surface reflecting the fiery colors of the sunset. You see herons and egrets, their long, graceful bodies silhouetted against the dying light, standing perfectly still in the shallow water, waiting with infinite patience for their evening meal. You find a small, wooden boat tied to a rickety pier. You untie the rope and you push the boat out into the water. You lie down in the bottom of the boat and you let the gentle current carry you. You drift through the maze of channels, your boat brushing against the soft reeds. You look up at the sky, at the stars that are beginning to appear, one by one, in the deepening twilight. You feel a sense of profound peace, of letting go, of surrendering to the flow. This is the lesson of the delta, the lesson of expansion, of preparation, of the spaciousness that comes just before a great transformation. The stream, which has been a single, focused entity for so long, now spreads out, becomes diffuse, its boundaries blurring. It is preparing to meet the ocean, to merge with something infinitely larger than itself. It is a lesson in trust, in letting go of the familiar, and in embracing the vast, unknown future. You feel your own sense of self begin to soften, to dissolve. The boundaries between you and the world around you begin to blur. You are the boat, the water, the reeds, the sky. You are a part of this vast, interconnected whole. You feel a sense of spaciousness opening up within you, a sense of infinite possibility. You are no longer a single, separate self, but a part of the great, flowing river of life. Is less than Hashon. Number is greater than. The boat drifts on, and the sound of the ocean grows stronger, a deep, rhythmic roar that is the heartbeat of the planet. You feel a sense of anticipation, of excitement, of coming home. The delta has taught you its lesson, the lesson of expansion, of preparation, of spaciousness, and of trust. You are ready for the final stage of your journey, ready to merge with the great, endless ocean of being. The boat rounds a final bend, and there it is, the ocean, a vast, shimmering expanse of silver and gold, stretching out to the horizon and beyond. The stream, your faithful guide, flows into the ocean, its fresh water mingling with the salt, its separate identity dissolving into the great, unified whole. It is a moment of profound beauty, of perfect completion. The sun has set, and the sky is a deep, velvety indigo, studded with 1,000,000 glittering stars. The moon, a perfect, silver crescent, hangs in the sky, its light casting a shimmering path across the water. You are at the edge of the world, at the meeting place of time and eternity, of the finite and the infinite. This is the final lesson, the lesson of the ocean, the lesson of unity, of completion, of the infinite potential that lies within us all. The stream, in its long and winding journey, has finally returned to its source, to the great, unified field of being from which all things arise and to which all things return. It is a lesson in emptiness, in the profound truth that our separate selves are an illusion, that we are all a part of the one, great, indivisible whole. You feel a sense of profound peace, of coming home. You are no longer a separate drop, but the entire ocean. You are one with the stars, the moon, the water, the sky. You are infinite, eternal, and free. You have completed your journey, and you have found the deep, abiding peace that you were seeking. And now, as you float on the gentle waves of the ocean, under the vast, starry sky, it is time to rest. It is time to let go of the journey, to let go of the story, to let go of everything, and to simply be. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, a rhythm that is in harmony with the gentle rhythm of the waves. With each breath, you sink deeper and deeper into a state of profound and restful sleep. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Before you drift off completely, take a moment to comment below and let us know if you have reached this place of peace with us. Your presence is a gift. Now, sleep. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, and know that you are held, you are loved, and you are one with the great, peaceful ocean of being. Good night. As you continue to breathe, imagine that with each inhale, you are drawing in the pure, clean energy of the mountains, the mist, and the pre-dawn stillness. And with each exhale, you are releasing any remaining tension, any lingering thoughts, any echoes of the day that is now past. You are becoming a part of this landscape, a silent, peaceful observer, ready to receive the gifts of the journey. The path before you is not a man-made path, but a natural one, a deer trail, perhaps, or a path worn by the passage of countless seasons. It is a path that invites you to walk with a sense of reverence, a sense of wonder. You place each foot with care, feeling the texture of the earth beneath you, the soft give of the moss, the firm support of the ancient stone. You are not in a hurry. There is no destination, only the journey itself. Each step is a meditation, a prayer, a quiet conversation with the earth. The sound of the water grows stronger, a more complex and intricate music. It is not just a dripping now, but a chorus of sounds. The soft gurgle of water flowing over stone, the gentle splash of water falling into a pool, the subtle, almost inaudible hiss of water seeping through moss. It is a symphony of the senses, a sound that bypasses the conscious mind and speaks directly to the soul. It is the sound of life, of creation, of the endless, patient, and powerful force of nature. You come to a place where the path opens up, and you see the source of the stream in all its simple, profound beauty. The water does not gush forth, but emerges from the rock as if by magic, a gentle, miraculous weeping. It is as if the mountain itself is crying tears of pure, liquid light. The pool below is a perfect circle, a mandala of stillness, a mirror that reflects not just the world, but the universe. You see the stars, the moon, the swirling mist, all held in its perfect, silent embrace. You sit by the pool and you gaze into its depths. You see your own reflection, but it is not the familiar face you see in the mirror each day. It is a deeper self, a more ancient self, a self that is one with the mountain, the water, the sky. You see the light of the universe in your own eyes, the wisdom of the ages in the lines of your face. You are not just a visitor here, but a part of this place, a child of the mountain, a brother to the stream. You feel a sense of timelessness, of being outside the normal flow of time. The past and the future have dissolved, and there is only this eternal, present moment. You are here, at the beginning of all things, at the source of life itself. You feel a sense of profound peace, of coming home. You have found the still point of the turning world, the place where all journeys begin and end. And now, as you continue to breathe, as you continue to listen to the gentle music of the water, you feel yourself beginning to drift. You are no longer sitting by the pool, but floating in it, your body held and supported by the cool, clear water. You are the water, the rock, the mist, the sky. You are everything, and everything is you. You are at peace. You are home. And in this state of perfect, blissful union, you allow yourself to drift, to dream, to sleep. The stream, now a more confident and playful current, leads you deeper into the embrace of the ancient mountain forest. The trees here are true elders, their trunks thick and gnarled, their bark a tapestry of mosses and lichens in 100 shades of green and grey. They have stood here for centuries, silent witnesses to the endless cycles of season and sun. Their branches, heavy with the wisdom of years, interlace high above, forming a living, breathing cathedral. The light that filters through this canopy is soft and reverent, a scattered, emerald glow that makes the entire forest feel like a sacred, underwater world. You notice the air itself has changed. It is cooler, heavier, and profoundly alive. You breathe it in, and it feels like you are drinking in the very essence of the forest. It carries the rich, loamy scent of damp earth, the sweet perfume of decaying leaves, and the sharp, clean fragrance of pine resin. It is a scent that speaks of life, death, and rebirth, the endless, beautiful cycle of which you are a part. Each breath cleanses you, grounding you more deeply in the present moment, connecting you to the ancient, living pulse of this place. The stream's voice is a constant, soothing presence. It is a gentle, complex music, a chorus of soft murmurs, playful gurgles, and the occasional, deeper sigh as it pours over a larger stone. The stones in its path are works of art, sculpted by the water's patient, relentless caress over millennia. They are smooth and rounded, like ancient, sleeping creatures. You reach out and touch one. Its surface is cool and slick, with a fine layer of algae, yet you can feel the unyielding strength at its core. The water flows around it, not with force, but with a graceful, effortless ease. It is a perfect dance of yielding and persistence, a living demonstration of Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. The stream does not struggle against the obstacle, it simply incorporates it into its journey, its path made more beautiful by the challenge. You walk beside the stream, your own pace slowing to match its unhurried flow. Your footsteps make no sound on the thick carpet of moss and fallen needles that blankets the forest floor. The world here is teeming with life, yet it is a life lived in a state of profound peace. You hear the fluting call of a hidden bird, a melody that hangs in the air like a silver thread. You see the gentle flicker of a butterfly's wings, a flash of impossible blue against the deep green of a fern. A fat, furry bumblebee drones lazily past, its legs heavy with golden pollen. These are not distractions, but invitations to a deeper presence. Each sound, each sight, is a note in the forest's symphony, and you are a part of it, a silent, appreciative listener. You find a fallen log, so old that it has become a garden in itself, its decaying surface, a nursery for a dozen different kinds of fungi, mosses, and tiny, star-shaped flowers. You sit, and the log cradles you, its surface soft and yielding. You close your eyes, and you simply listen. You listen to the stream, to the birds, to the wind whispering through the high branches. You listen to the silence beneath the sounds, the deep, resonant stillness that is the true heart of the forest. In this listening, you feel the boundaries of yourself begin to dissolve. You are not just in the forest, you are the forest. Your breath is the wind, your heartbeat is the stream, your thoughts are the drifting clouds you can just glimpse through the canopy. This is the lesson of the forest, the profound and simple truth of interconnectedness. Nothing here exists in isolation. The trees draw life from the earth and the sky. The stream nourishes the moss and the ferns. The insects pollinate the flowers. The birds spread the seeds. It is a vast, intricate, and perfectly balanced web of relationship, a community where every member, no matter how small, has a vital role to play. And you, in this moment of quiet contemplation, are a part of this community, a welcome and cherished member of the family of things. Is less than has shown. Number is greater than. The stream continues its journey, its patient, gentle flow, a constant reminder of the path forward. You rise from the log, feeling refreshed and profoundly at peace. You feel a sense of belonging, of being rooted in the world in a way you have never been before. The forest has shared its wisdom with you, the wisdom of harmony, patience, and the deep, abiding joy of connection. You carry this wisdom with you as you continue your journey, your heart filled with the quiet, steady peace of the ancient woods, your mind open and ready for the next wonder that the path of the quiet stream will reveal. The character of the forest begins to shift. The ancient, gnarled pines and oaks give way to a different kind of tree, a plant that is both immensely strong and incredibly graceful. You have entered a bamboo grove. The world is transformed into a vertical landscape of clean, green lines. The bamboo stalks, thick as your arm, soar towards the sky, their segmented bodies a testament to a different kind of strength, a strength that is found not in mass, but in structure and flexibility. The light here is unlike any you have experienced before. It is a soft, ethereal green, a light that seems to be filtered through jade. It casts no sharp shadows, but creates a world of soft, diffused luminescence. The air is still and cool, and the ground is a soft carpet of fallen bamboo leaves, a palette of pale golds and greens. The stream, your faithful guide, winds its way through this forest of green columns, its voice a soft whisper against the profound silence of the grove. A gentle breeze stirs, and the grove comes alive with a unique and beautiful music. It is not the rustle of leaves, but a soft, percussive clatter as the bamboo stalks knock gently against each other. It is a sound that is both random and rhythmic, a natural wind chime that plays a constantly changing, infinitely complex melody. It is the sound of the grove breathing, a sound that seems to clear the mind and quiet the soul. You stand still, and you let the sound wash over you, a cleansing wave of pure, natural music. You watch as the bamboo sways in the wind. The tall, slender stalks bend in a graceful, fluid arc, their tops describing a slow, elegant dance against the sky. They yield to the force of the wind, yet they do not break. They are a living embodiment of the Zen principle of flexibility, of the wisdom of bending so that you do not break. They do not resist the wind, but move with it, and in this yielding, they find their resilience. It is a powerful lesson in letting go of our own rigidity, our own resistance to the inevitable changes of life, and learning instead to flow with the currents of our experience. You reach out and touch one of the bamboo stalks. Its surface is smooth and cool, a perfect, polished cylinder. You run your hand along its length, feeling the raised ridges that mark its growth, the nodes that are points of strength and articulation. You notice that the bamboo is hollow. Its strength does not come from being solid, but from its very emptiness. This hollowness is what gives it its lightness, its flexibility, its ability to withstand the strongest of winds. It is a profound paradox, a reminder that true strength is often found not in what we hold on to, but in what we are willing to let go of. It is in our own inner spaciousness, our own mental and emotional emptiness, that we can find the resilience to face the challenges of our lives. You find a small clearing, a place where a few stalks have been harvested, leaving a circle of open space. You sit in the center of the circle, and you look up. Your view is framed by the tops of the bamboo, a circle of green against the pale blue of the sky. You feel as if you are at the bottom of a deep green well, a place of profound peace and solitude. You close your eyes, and you focus on your breath. You imagine that your own spine is a stalk of bamboo, rooted in the earth, reaching for the sky, strong and flexible, hollow and receptive. With each inhale, you draw in the clean, green energy of the bamboo grove. You feel it filling you, making you strong and resilient. With each exhale, you release any rigidity, any tension, any resistance you may be holding in your body or your mind. You are becoming like the bamboo, able to bend with the winds of change, yet remaining deeply rooted in your own inner strength. You feel a sense of calm, of balance, of being perfectly poised between the earth and the sky. The stream flows on, its soft voice a constant invitation to continue the journey. You rise, feeling a sense of renewed vitality, of quiet confidence. The bamboo grove has shared its secret with you, the secret of a strength that is found in flexibility, of a resilience that is born of emptiness. You carry this secret with you as you leave the grove, your heart filled with the graceful, yielding strength of the bamboo, your mind clear and spacious, ready for the next adventure on the path of the quiet stream. Leaving the quiet serenity of the bamboo grove, You begin to notice a change in the air, a subtle vibration, a deep, resonant hum that seems to come from the very earth beneath your feet. The gentle murmur of the stream, your constant companion, begins to grow in volume and intensity, its soft whispers transforming into a powerful, rushing roar. The path, which had been relatively level, now begins to descend more steeply, leading you down into a rocky gorge. The air grows cool and moist, and you can feel a fine, refreshing mist on your face and arms. You are approaching a waterfall. The sound is immense now, a thunderous, all-encompassing roar that seems to shake the very air you breathe. It is a sound of pure, raw, untamed power, a sound that washes away all thought, leaving your mind empty and profoundly present. You round a final, massive boulder, and the waterfall is revealed in all its majestic, breathtaking beauty. It is a solid, shimmering curtain of white water, plunging from a high, rocky ledge into a deep, churning pool below. The force of the water is incredible, and the pool is a cauldron of swirling, frothing chaos. You find a large, flat rock, slick with mist but warmed by the sun, that offers a perfect vantage point. You sit and you simply watch. You watch the endless, relentless cascade of water. You see how it holds nothing back, how it gives itself completely and unreservedly to the pull of gravity. It does not hesitate at the edge, does not cling to the familiar safety of the streambed above. It simply lets go, and in that letting go, it is transformed from a gentle, meandering stream into a force of immense power and beauty. It is a profound and powerful lesson in the art of surrender, of non-attachment. The waterfall is a living metaphor for the process of transformation. It teaches that in order to become something new, we must be willing to let go of what we are. We must be willing to plunge into the unknown, to embrace the chaos, to trust that the process of falling will not destroy us, but will, in fact, reveal a strength and a beauty we never knew we possessed. The water does not fear the fall. It embraces it as an essential part of its journey. It is a reminder that the moments of greatest challenge in our own lives, the moments when we feel we are in free fall, are often the moments of our greatest growth. The mist from the waterfall envelops you, a cool, damp cloud that smells of wet rock and clean, ionized air. You close your eyes and you let the mist settle on your skin. You feel it cleansing you, not just physically, but energetically. It is as if the powerful, negative ions generated by the falling water are washing away your worries, your fears, your attachments. You feel your own energy shifting, becoming lighter, clearer, more vibrant. You are being renewed, reborn in the waterfall's powerful embrace. You open your eyes and you notice a rainbow, a perfect, shimmering arc of color hanging in the mist at the base of the falls. It is a symbol of hope, of promise, of the beauty that is born from the union of water and light, of chaos and grace. It is a reminder that even in the most turbulent of times, there is always the possibility of beauty, of magic, of a grace that transcends our understanding. The rainbow is a fleeting, ephemeral thing, and its very transience makes it all the more precious. It is a gift of this moment, and this moment only. You feel a sense of exhilaration, of profound release. The roar of the waterfall has silenced the chattering of your mind. The mist has cleansed your spirit. The rainbow has filled your heart with a sense of wonder. You feel a new sense of courage, a new willingness to embrace the flow of your own life, with all its twists and turns, its gentle stretches, and its terrifying falls. You understand now that it is all a part of the same journey, the same beautiful, sacred dance. The stream, having gathered itself in the deep pool at the base of the falls, now flows on, calmer now, but with a new depth and power. You know that it is time for you to continue your journey as well. You rise from your rocky seat, feeling energized and alive. The waterfall has given you its gift, the gift of letting go, of transformation, of the wild and beautiful power that is unleashed when we have the courage to surrender. You carry this gift with you as you follow the stream out of the gorge, your heart filled with a new and fearless sense of freedom, your mind clear and open, ready for the next stage of the journey on the path of the quiet stream. As you leave the rocky gorge and the thunderous roar of the waterfall behind, the landscape begins to soften and open up. The steep, confining walls of the gorge give way to gentle, rolling hills, and you find yourself entering a wide, sun-drenched valley. The stream, its wild energy now tamed and integrated, flows with a new and profound sense of peace. It is wider here and deeper, its surface, a smooth, unbroken mirror that reflects the vast, brilliant blue of the sky. The air is warm and sweet, filled with the fragrant scent of sun-baked earth and a million blooming flowers. The meadow is a breathtaking tapestry of color. Wild flowers of every conceivable hue stretch out in all directions, a vibrant, living sea of purple, yellow, red, and blue. Bees, heavy with pollen, drone lazily from blossom to blossom, their soft buzzing a gentle, hypnotic hum. Butterflies, their wings like tiny, stained glass windows, dance in the warm air, their flight a joyful, erratic ballet. The entire valley seems to be humming with a quiet, contented energy, a celebration of life in its most simple and beautiful form. The stream no longer rushes, but meanders. It follows a winding, sinuous path through the meadow, its gentle curves a lesson in the art of non-resistance. It does not seek the shortest, most direct route, but is content to wander, to explore, to linger in this place of peace and beauty. It seems to be in no hurry to reach its destination, for it understands that the journey itself is the destination. It is a powerful reminder to release our own sense of urgency, our constant striving, and to learn to simply be here, in this moment, and to enjoy the unfolding of our own path. You find a spot where the grass is thick and soft, and you lie down, your body sinking into the fragrant, green cushion. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, a gentle, nurturing heat that seems to penetrate to your very bones, melting away any remaining tension. You gaze up at the sky, at the few, fluffy white clouds that drift lazily by, their shapes constantly morphing, forming and dissolving in a slow, graceful, and utterly purposeless dance. They are perfect in their impermanence, beautiful in their lack of goal or intention. This is the lesson of the meadow, the profound and simple lesson of mindfulness, of being fully and completely present in the here and now. It is the lesson of acceptance, of allowing things to be exactly as they are, without judgment, without resistance, without the need to change or control anything. The stream, in its slow, meandering journey, is your teacher. It does not wish it were flowing faster, or that its path were straighter. It simply flows, accepting and embracing each curve, each bend, each moment of its journey. It is a state of pure being, of effortless existence. You close your eyes, and you bring your awareness once more to your breath. You feel the gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest, a rhythm that is in perfect harmony with the gentle, flowing rhythm of the stream, with the lazy, drifting rhythm of the clouds, with the soft, humming rhythm of the meadow. You are a part of this symphony of peace. You let go of all effort, all doing, and you simply allow yourself to be. You are not the thinker of your thoughts, but the silent, spacious awareness in which they arise and pass away, like clouds in the summer sky. You feel a sense of profound contentment, a deep and abiding peace that has nothing to do with external circumstances. It is a peace that arises from within, from the simple act of being present, of being aware, of being alive. You realize that this peace is always available to you, in any moment, no matter where you are or what you are doing. It is your true nature, your birthright, the quiet, still center of your being. The stream flows on, its journey not yet over, and you know, with a gentle, inner certainty, that your journey must continue as well. You rise, feeling rested, renewed, and filled with a quiet, simple joy. The meadow has given you its precious gift, the gift of the present moment, the gift of acceptance, the gift of a peace that surpasses all understanding. You carry this gift in your heart as you continue to follow the path of the quiet stream, your mind still and open, ready to receive the next lesson that the journey has to offer. Following the stream as it meanders out of the sun-drenched meadow, you notice a subtle shift in the environment. The wild, untamed beauty of the valley gives way to a sense of order, of quiet intention. You come upon a low, grey stone wall, its surface covered in a delicate tracery of moss and lichen, a sign of great age and patient endurance. Set into the wall is a simple, unadorned wooden gate. It is slightly ajar, an unspoken invitation to enter. You pass through the gate, and the world outside seems to fall away, its sounds and concerns dissolving into a profound and immediate stillness. You have entered a Zen garden. The garden is a world in miniature, a carefully and artfully composed landscape that is both profoundly simple and infinitely complex. It is a place of deep tranquility, where every element, every stone, every plant, every grain of sand has been placed with a sense of mindful purpose. The stream, your guide, flows through the heart of this space, its path now deliberately and beautifully guided by a series of smooth, dark, river-worn stones. It widens into a small, serene pond, its surface so still it becomes a perfect, liquid mirror, flawlessly reflecting the changing sky, the gnarled branches of an ancient pine, and the fleeting passage of a single, white cloud. In the pond, a few large, magnificent koi swim in slow, graceful, and deliberate circles. Their scales are a vibrant tapestry of orange, white, and black, a splash of living color against the subtle, muted tones of the garden. Their movements are a form of living calligraphy, a slow, meditative dance that speaks of a life lived without hurry, without anxiety. They are the calm, beating heart of the garden's stillness. You follow a path of smooth, flat stones that winds its way through the garden, a path that invites you to slow down, to walk with awareness, to notice each step. The ground on either side of the path is not soil or grass, but a vast expanse of fine, white sand. The sand has been raked into a precise and beautiful pattern of long, flowing lines that evoke the feeling of moving water. The lines swirl around several large, dark, and interestingly shaped rocks that rise from the sand like islands in a tranquil sea. The pattern is a representation of the universe, of the great, cosmic ocean of existence, and the stones are the mountains, the continents, the solid ground of being in the midst of the endless flow. It is a landscape that is both static and dynamic, a paradox that quiets the mind and opens the heart. This garden is a living embodiment of the Zen aesthetic of wabi-sabi. It is a beauty that is found not in perfection, but in imperfection, not in opulence, but in simplicity, not in permanence, but in the transient, fleeting nature of all things. You see it in the moss that softens the edges of the stones, in the slightly asymmetrical form of an ancient bonsai-ed pine, in the single, fallen petal of a cherry blossom floating on the surface of the pond. It is a beauty that is quiet, humble, and deeply moving, a beauty that accepts the world as it is, in all its flawed and transient glory. You find a smooth, weathered wooden bench, placed in a position that offers a perfect view of the entire garden. You sit, and you allow your gaze to soften. You do not try to analyze or understand the garden, but simply to experience it. You notice the subtle interplay of light and shadow, the way the light catches the edges of the raked sand, the deep, cool shadows that pool beneath the maple tree. You notice the textures, the rough bark of the pine, the smooth surface of the stones, the delicate fragility of the cherry blossoms. You notice the colors, the 100 shades of green, the deep, earthy browns and grays, the sudden, brilliant flash of a koi's scales. The garden is a mirror of the mind. When the mind is busy, agitated, and filled with chatter, it sees only a collection of objects, stones, sand, plants. But when the mind becomes still, when it enters a state of quiet, receptive awareness, it begins to perceive the deeper reality of the garden. It sees the relationships between the objects, the harmony of the composition, the profound stillness that lies at the heart of it all. It sees that the garden is not just a place, but a state of being, a state of perfect, peaceful, and mindful presence. The stream flows on, its soft, gentle murmur the only sound in the profound silence of the garden. It is time to continue your journey. You rise from the bench, feeling a sense of deep peace, of clarity, of having been touched by a beauty that is both timeless and profoundly of this moment. The Zen garden has taught you its lesson, the lesson of wabi-sabi, of mindful creation, of the extraordinary beauty that can be found in the simple, the imperfect, and the transient. You carry the stillness of the garden within you as you pass back through the simple wooden gate, your mind quiet and spacious, ready for the next stage of your journey on the path of the quiet stream. Leaving the profound stillness of the Zen garden behind, you follow the stream as it flows towards the gentle, rhythmic pulse of human life. You begin to hear the distant, muffled sounds of a village, the soft crowing of a rooster, the faint ring of a blacksmith's hammer, the melodic laughter of children. The air, which in the garden was still and contemplative, now carries the comforting, savory scents of wood smoke and cooking food. You are approaching a community, a place where people live and work in harmony with the stream and the land it nourishes. The village is a picture of simple, rustic beauty. The houses are not grand, but they are built with a deep respect for natural materials and a clear understanding of functional, elegant design. They feature dark, weathered wooden beams, walls of clean, white plaster, and gracefully curved tile roofs that seem to echo the shape of the surrounding hills. The houses are clustered along the banks of the stream, which runs through the very heart of the village, a clear, sparkling ribbon of life that connects everything and everyone. Small, gracefully arched wooden bridges, worn smooth by the passage of countless feet, cross the stream at several points. You stand on one of these bridges and watch the life of the village unfold. You see a group of women kneeling by the water's edge, washing clothes. Their movements are slow, rhythmic, and efficient, a practiced choreography of scrubbing, rinsing, and ringing. Their chatter is a soft, melodic murmur, a sound as gentle and flowing as the stream itself. They are not just washing clothes. They are engaged in a moving meditation, a moment of community and connection. You see a group of children playing in the shallows, their laughter a bright, tinkling sound that fills the air with joy. They are completely absorbed in their play, their minds free from worry or concern. They are masters of the present moment, their small bodies and spirits perfectly attuned to the simple, profound joy of being alive. They splash, they shout, they chase tiny fish, their energy a vibrant, beautiful counterpoint to the village's overall sense of peace. You see an old man sitting on a wooden bench in the sun, his face a beautiful, intricate map of a long and well-lived life. His eyes are closed, and a gentle, contented smile plays on his lips. He is not doing anything, yet he is doing everything. He is breathing. He is feeling the warmth of the sun on his skin. He is listening to the symphony of the village sounds. He is a living embodiment of the art of being, a silent teacher of the profound wisdom of stillness. This is the lesson of the village, the lesson of chop wood, carry water. It is the profound Zen, teaching that enlightenment is not to be found in some distant mystical realm, but right here, in the midst of our ordinary, everyday lives. It is in the mindful washing of a bowl, the focused sweeping of a floor, the loving preparation of a meal. It is in the simple, repetitive, and essential tasks of life that we can find a deep and abiding sense of peace and purpose. The people of this village have not retreated from the world to find their peace. They have found it by fully and mindfully inhabiting the world they live in. You wander through the narrow, unpaved streets of the village. You pass a potter's workshop and pause to watch the artist at his wheel. His hands, covered in wet, grey clay, move with a mesmerizing grace and certainty. He is not forcing the clay, but guiding it, coaxing it, listening to it. A simple, beautiful, and perfectly functional bowl emerges as if by magic from the spinning lump of earth. It is a creation born of a deep, intuitive connection between the artist and his material. It is a form of meditation, a prayer made visible. You pass a weaver's home, and through the open door, you see a woman at her loom. Her hands fly back and forth, a blur of motion, yet her face is calm and focused. She is weaving a tapestry of intricate design and vibrant color, a story told in threads of silk and cotton. Each pass of the shuttle, each press of the pedal, is a single, mindful act, a stitch in the fabric of the present moment. The beautiful cloth that emerges is simply a byproduct of her deep, meditative focus. You feel a deep sense of respect and admiration for the people of this village. They have mastered the art of living. They have found a way to live in harmony with themselves, with their community, and with the natural world that sustains them. They have discovered that the sacred is not separate from the secular, that the extraordinary is hidden within the ordinary. They have found the path to a life of profound meaning, purpose, and peace. The stream flows on, leaving the village behind as it continues its inexorable journey towards the sea. You know that you must follow. You leave the village, but you carry its lesson with you. The lesson of chop wood, carry water, the lesson of the ordinary mind, the lesson that the kingdom of heaven is right here, right now, in the simple, mindful performance of the tasks of your life. Your heart is filled with a new sense of purpose, a new appreciation for the sacredness of the ordinary, as you continue your journey on the path of the quiet stream. As you follow the stream away from the gentle, rhythmic life of the village, the landscape once again transforms. opening up into a breathtaking vista of terraced rice fields. The fields are a marvel of human ingenuity and patient, persistent labor, a giant, emerald green staircase that seems to ascend to the very heavens. Each terrace is a shallow, flooded paddy, its surface a perfect, still mirror that reflects the vast, open sky, the drifting clouds, and the deep, brilliant blue of the cosmos. The stream, which has been your single, constant guide, is now diverted into a complex and intricate network of smaller channels and bamboo aqueducts. It is the lifeblood of this entire landscape, its waters carefully and mindfully guided to feed each and every terrace, from the highest to the lowest. It is a perfect, living system of circulation, a demonstration of how a single source of life can be shared and distributed to create an abundance of nourishment for all. After giving its gift of life to the fields, the water gathers itself once more in a larger channel at the bottom of the valley, its journey not yet over. You stand at the top of the valley, and you are struck by the profound harmony of the scene. It is a perfect marriage of human effort and natural beauty, a landscape that has been shaped by generations of farmers working in deep and respectful partnership with the earth. The curves of the terraces follow the natural contours of the land, and the entire valley feels like a single, unified work of art, a sculpture carved from earth and water, light and air. You begin to walk along the narrow, grassy banks that separate the paddies. The path is just wide enough for a single person, and it requires you to walk with a sense of balance and awareness. The air is warm and humid, thick with the rich, fertile scent of wet earth and the clean, green scent of the young, growing rice shoots. The only sound is the soft, gentle gurgle of water as it flows from one terrace to the next, a constant, soothing music that speaks of endless, patient circulation. In the distance, you see a lone farmer, their body bent in a posture of humble, meditative work. They wear a traditional, conical hat to shield them from the sun, and their movements are slow, deliberate, and graceful. They are not just working, they are tending, they are nurturing, they are participating in the ancient, sacred ritual of growing food. Their connection to the land is palpable, a deep, intuitive understanding that has been passed down through countless generations. They are a part of the land, and the land is a part of them. This is the lesson of the rice fields, the lesson of sustenance, of giving, and of the great, cyclical nature of all life. The stream, which has traveled so far from its source in the high mountains, now gives its water freely and unreservedly to nourish the rice. The rice, in turn, will grow and ripen, and it will be harvested to nourish the people of the village. And the people, nourished by the rice, will have the strength to tend the fields, to maintain the terraces, to ensure that the cycle of life continues. It is a beautiful and perfect circle of giving and receiving, a living demonstration of the profound truth of interdependence. You sit on one of the grassy banks, and you gaze at the reflections in the still water of the paddy. You see the sky, the clouds, the birds soaring on the wind. The water is a perfect mirror, and it reminds you that the world we perceive is often a reflection of our own state of mind. When the mind is still and clear, like the water in the paddy, it can reflect the world with a startling and beautiful clarity. But when the mind is agitated, stirred up by the winds of fear, anger, or desire, the reflection is distorted, and we can no longer see things as they truly are. The path to wisdom is the path to a still and quiet mind. A feeling of deep and profound gratitude wells up within you. Gratitude for the stream, for the gift of its life-giving water. Gratitude for the sun, for the warmth and the light that makes all growth possible. Gratitude for the earth, for its fertility and its steadfast support. Gratitude for the farmer, for their patient and mindful labor. Gratitude for this moment, for the simple, profound beauty of this place. You realize that gratitude is not just an emotion, but a state of being, a way of seeing the world that opens your heart to the abundance and the magic that is all around you. The stream, its life-giving work in the fields now done, gathers itself once more and flows on, its current now slower, deeper, and wider. You know that it is time to continue your journey. You rise, feeling a sense of deep connection to the great, cyclical dance of life. The rice fields have taught you their lesson, the lesson of sustenance, of giving, of interdependence, and of the transformative power of gratitude. You carry this lesson with you as you follow the stream, your heart full and open, your mind still and clear, ready for the next stage of your journey on the path of the quiet stream. As the sun begins its slow descent towards the horizon, casting long, soft shadows and painting the sky in a breathtaking palette of orange, pink, and violet, you follow the stream into a new and mysterious landscape. This is the river delta, the place where the stream, which has now grown into a wide and slow-moving river, prepares to meet the great, endless ocean. The land becomes flat and low, a vast expanse of marshland and estuary, a threshold world that is neither fully land nor fully sea. The river, which has been your single constant companion, now begins to change its form. It frays and unravels, splitting into a multitude of smaller, meandering channels that weave an intricate, shimmering network through the marsh. The boundaries of the river become soft, diffuse, and uncertain. It is a place of profound ambiguity, a landscape that teaches the lesson of letting go of clear definitions and rigid forms. The air is thick and heavy, rich with the primal, organic scent of salt, mud, and decaying vegetation. It is the scent of a world that is constantly being born and dying, a world in a state of perpetual, fluid transformation. Tall, slender reeds and grasses grow in dense thickets, their feathery, silver-topped plumes swaying in the gentle evening breeze. They create a sense of enclosure, of intimacy, even in this vast open landscape. The water in the channels is dark and still, its surface a perfect polished mirror that reflects the fiery, dramatic colors of the sunset. The world is turned upside down, and the sky seems to burn with a cool, liquid fire both above you and below you. It is a world of breathtaking, surreal beauty. You see birds here that you have not seen before. Long-legged herons and egrets stand like silent, grey sentinels in the shallow water, their bodies perfectly still, their sharp eyes scanning the water for the flicker of a fish. Their patience is absolute, a form of deep, focused meditation. They are a part of the landscape, their stillness, a perfect counterpoint to the gentle, constant motion of the water and the reeds. Their sudden, lightning-fast strike is a moment of pure, focused, and decisive action, a beautiful expression of nature's effortless efficiency. You come upon a small, weathered, wooden pier where a simple, flat-bottomed boat is tied. The boat seems to be waiting for you. You untie the rope, and with a gentle push, you glide out into the dark, still water. You lie down in the bottom of the boat, your body held and supported by the ancient, weathered wood. You surrender to the gentle, almost imperceptible current, and you allow the boat to drift where it will. You are no longer following the stream. You have become a part of it, a passenger on its final journey to the sea. This is the lesson of the Delta, the lesson of expansion, of preparation, of the deep, quiet, and spacious state that precedes a great transformation. The river, which has been a single, focused entity for so long, now lets go of its form. It spreads out, becomes diffuse, its boundaries blurring into the surrounding landscape. It is preparing to merge with something infinitely larger than itself. And in this preparation, it finds a new kind of peace, a new kind of power. It is the lesson of trust, of letting go of the familiar, of surrendering to the vast, mysterious, and unknowable future. As you drift through the labyrinth of channels, you feel your own sense of self begin to soften and dissolve. The rigid boundaries that you normally perceive between yourself and the world around you begin to blur. Your breath merges with the gentle sigh of the wind in the reeds. Your heartbeat finds the same deep, slow rhythm as the distant, muffled roar of the ocean. You are the boat, you are the water, you are the reeds, you are the fiery, beautiful sky. You are no longer a single, separate, and isolated self, but an integral part of the vast, interconnected, and ever-changing tapestry of existence. A sense of profound spaciousness opens up within you. Your mind, which was once filled with thoughts, plans, and worries, now becomes as vast and as open as the evening sky. Thoughts may still arise, but they are like distant clouds, drifting through the vast expanse of your awareness without disturbing its fundamental stillness. You are the sky, and the thoughts are just clouds. You are the silent, spacious awareness in which all experience arises and passes away. The boat drifts on, and the sound of the ocean grows stronger, a deep, powerful, and rhythmic roar that is the very heartbeat of the planet. It is a sound that calls to you, a sound that promises a return to the source, a merging with the great, unified field of being from which all life has emerged. You feel a sense of anticipation, of excitement, of coming home. The Delta has taught you its lesson. It has prepared you. You are ready for the final stage of your journey, ready to dissolve into the great, endless, and peaceful ocean of consciousness. The small boat, your silent and steadfast vessel, drifts out of the last, narrow channel of the Delta, and you are delivered into a new world, a world of unimaginable vastness and profound, rhythmic power. You have arrived at the ocean. The river, your guide and companion on this long and beautiful journey, now merges with the sea, its fresh water mingling with the ancient, salty brine, its separate identity dissolving into the great, unified, and boundless whole. It is a moment of perfect completion, of a return to the source, a homecoming. The sun has now completely set, and the sky is a deep, velvety, and luminous indigo, a canvas for the breathtaking spectacle of the cosmos. 1 billion stars are scattered across the heavens, their distant, ancient light glittering like a carpet of diamonds. The moon, a perfect, slender crescent of silver, hangs in the sky, and its light creates a shimmering, magical path across the surface of the water, a path that seems to lead from your small boat to the very heart of the infinite. You are floating on the gentle, rhythmic swell of the ocean. The boat rises and falls with a slow, rocking motion that is deeply soothing, a natural cradle that lulls your body and your mind into a state of profound relaxation. The sound of the ocean is a constant, gentle roar, a deep, resonant, and powerful shushing sound, like the breath of the planet itself. It is a sound that is both immensely powerful and incredibly peaceful, a sound that has the power to wash away all anxiety, all fear, all sense of separation. This is the final and most profound lesson of the journey, the lesson of the ocean, the lesson of unity, of completion, of the infinite and boundless nature of your own true self. The stream, which began as a single tiny drop of water in the high mountains, has, through its long and winding journey, returned to the great unified field of being from which it came. Its journey was not a straight line, but a meandering path of twists and turns, of quiet pools and thundering falls, of light and shadow. And every part of that journey was necessary, every experience essential to its final, glorious merging with the whole. And so it is with you. Your life, with all its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and its challenges, is a journey back to the ocean of your own true nature. You are not a separate, isolated, and limited being. That is the illusion of the ego, the dream of the separate self. Your true nature is as vast, as deep, and as boundless as the ocean itself. You are a wave in the ocean of consciousness, a unique and beautiful expression of the one, great, indivisible reality. Is less than number. Number is greater than. You feel a sense of profound peace, of a joy that is quiet and deep and unshakable. You have come home. You are no longer a separate drop, but the entire, boundless ocean. You are one with the stars, the moon, the water, the sky. You are one with the great, silent, and eternal mystery of existence. You are infinite, you are eternal, you are free. You have completed your journey, and in doing so, you have discovered the deep, abiding, and unconditional peace that has always been your true nature. And now, as you float on the gentle, rhythmic cradle of the ocean, under the vast, silent, and star-studded canopy of the night sky, it is time to let go completely. It is time to let go of the journey, to let go of the story, to let go of all thought, all effort, all sense of a separate self. It is time to simply be, to rest, to dissolve into the great, peaceful, and loving embrace of the ocean of being. Bring your awareness, for one last, gentle time, to your breath. Feel the slow, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest, a rhythm that is now in perfect, effortless harmony with the gentle, rhythmic swell of the ocean. With each breath, you feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into a state of profound, peaceful, and restorative sleep. The ocean is breathing you. The universe is breathing you. You are safe. You are held. You are loved. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. Before you drift off into the deep, peaceful ocean of sleep, take a moment to acknowledge this moment of peace. If you feel moved, let us know in the comments that you have reached this place of rest with us. Your presence on this journey is a gift. Now, sleep. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. And know that you are, and have always been, one with the great, silent, peaceful, and eternal ocean of being. Good night. Let's return to the source, to that high, sacred place where our journey began. The air is thin and pure, carrying a silence so profound it feels like a presence. The mist, a soft, grey veil, clings to the dark, ancient rock, and the world is held in a state of suspended animation, a breath held between the end of the night and the beginning of the day. You feel a sense of reverence here, a feeling of being in a place that is both the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega of the stream's life. The water emerges from the rock, not as a gush, but as a slow, deliberate, and miraculous weeping. Each drop forms with a patient, crystalline clarity, holding for a moment the reflection of the entire pre-dawn sky, a tiny, perfect universe before it lets go and falls with a soft, resonant chime into the pool below. It is the sound of creation, the sound of a single, pure note that is the origin of all music. You find your own breath beginning to synchronize with this primal rhythm, inhaling as a drop forms, exhaling as it falls, a slow, deep, and profoundly calming cadence. The pool is a perfect circle of absolute stillness, a liquid eye gazing up at the cosmos. It is a mirror that reflects without distortion, without judgment. It holds the image of the swirling mist, the dark, unyielding rock, and the first, faint, and hopeful blush of dawn in its silent, glassy embrace. You kneel, and you see your own face reflected there, but it is a face you have never seen before. It is a face free from the masks you wear, free from the stories you tell yourself. It is your original face, the face you had before you were born, a face of pure, luminous, and untroubled being. From this pool of perfect potential, the stream begins its life as a single, silver thread, a tiny, vulnerable, yet determined trickle of water. It does not force its way, but finds its way, flowing with an innate, intuitive wisdom. It follows the path of least resistance, not as a sign of weakness, but as a sign of profound intelligence. It understands that the path to the ocean is not a battle to be won, but a dance to be danced. It is a lesson in humility, in patience, in the quiet, unassuming, yet ultimately unstoppable power of a gentle beginning. Now, let us follow this silver thread as it leads us into the ancient mountain forest. The trees are titans, their roots deep in the earth, their crowns in the heavens. They are silent, patient, and immensely wise. They have seen civilizations rise and fall, and they hold the memory of it all, in their rings, in their bark, in the very sap that flows through their veins. The air here is thick and rich, a complex perfume of damp earth, fragrant pine, and the sweet, melancholy scent of decay. It is the breath of life itself, a breath that you take into your own lungs, a breath that connects you to the great, slow, and patient rhythm of the forest. The stream's voice is a constant, soothing murmur, a liquid mantra that quiets the mind. It flows over and around the ancient, moss-covered stones in its path, its waters polished smooth by centuries of its gentle, persistent caress. The stones are not obstacles, but partners in the stream's dance, their solid, unmoving presence, a perfect counterpoint to the water's fluid, ever-changing grace. It is a perfect demonstration of the harmony of opposites, the yin and the yang, the dance of being and becoming. The forest is a community, a vast, interconnected family of beings. The birds, the insects, the animals, the plants, the fungi, all are in a constant, silent, and beautiful conversation with each other. You, in your quiet, mindful presence, are a part of this conversation. You are not an intruder, but a welcome guest, a long-lost relative returning home. You feel a sense of belonging that is deep and profound, a sense of being held and supported by the great, green, and living web of life. Let us now enter the bamboo grove, a world of vertical green lines and soft, diffused light. The bamboo is a teacher of a different kind of wisdom. It is a teacher of flexibility, of resilience, of the strength that is found in yielding. The wind blows, and the bamboo bends, its tall, slender stalks swaying in a graceful, fluid dance. It does not resist the wind, but moves with it, and in this moving, it remains unbroken. It is a lesson in letting go of our own rigidities, our own attachments to our own way, and learning to flow with the great, unseen currents of life. The bamboo is hollow, and in its emptiness lies its strength. It is a reminder that we too must cultivate a sense of inner spaciousness, a quiet, empty center in the midst of the storms of our lives. It is in this inner stillness, this inner emptiness, that we can find the clarity, the wisdom, and the resilience to navigate the challenges of our own journey. You breathe in, and you feel your own inner spaciousness expanding. You breathe out, and you release all that clutters your mind and your heart. Now, we approach the waterfall, and the air is filled with its thunderous, cleansing roar. The water, which has been so gentle, now plunges with a wild and beautiful abandon into the churning pool below. It is a moment of complete and total surrender, a letting go of all that has been, and a fearless embrace of the unknown. It is a baptism, a cleansing, a transformation. The mist from the falls envelops you, and you feel its cool, refreshing spray on your skin. It is as if you are being washed clean, not just of the dust of the journey, but of the dust of your past, of your worries, of your fears. And in the mist, a rainbow appears, a fleeting, shimmering bridge of pure, vibrant color. It is a promise, a sign of grace, a reminder that even in the midst of chaos and turmoil, there is always the possibility of beauty, of magic, of a hope that transcends our understanding. The rainbow is a gift of this moment, a perfect, transient jewel that you hold in your heart. Leaving the power and the passion of the waterfall behind, we enter the wide, sun-drenched peace of the valley meadow. The stream, its energy now integrated and transformed, flows with a slow, meandering, and contented grace. The meadow is a riot of color, a celebration of life in its most simple, joyful, and abundant form. The air is sweet with the scent of 1,000,000 wildflowers, and the gentle, hypnotic hum of the bees is a soothing, meditative mantra. Here, in the meadow, we learn the lesson of mindfulness, of being fully and completely present in the here and now. We learn the lesson of acceptance, of allowing things to be exactly as they are, without judgment, without resistance. We lie in the soft, warm grass, and we watch the clouds drift by, and we feel a sense of peace that is deep, simple, and profound. It is the peace of being, the joy of existence, the contentment of a heart that wants for nothing. From the meadow, we follow the stream into the quiet, ordered world of the Zen garden. It is a place of profound stillness, a world in miniature, a landscape of the mind. Every element here is placed with a sense of mindful intention, creating a harmony that is both simple and infinitely complex. The raked sand, the ancient stones, the gnarled pine, the still pond with its graceful koi, all are a part of a single, unified, and deeply peaceful vision. Here, we learn the lesson of wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection, of transience, of the humble and the simple. We learn that true beauty is not to be found in the flawless and the opulent, but in the weathered, the aged, the asymmetrical. It is a beauty that is quiet, understated, and deeply moving, a beauty that speaks directly to the soul. The garden is a mirror of our own minds. When our minds are still, we can perceive the deep, subtle, and profound beauty of the garden. When our minds are agitated, we see only a collection of objects. The garden teaches us the path to inner peace, the path of a still and quiet mind. Now, we follow the stream as it flows into the heart of the village, a place of community, of simple, mindful work, of the sacred in the ordinary. We see the women washing clothes, the children playing, the old man meditating in the sun. We see the potter at his wheel, the weaver at her loom. We learn the lesson of chop wood, carry water, the lesson that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but a present reality, to be found in the mindful performance of the simple, everyday tasks of our lives. The village teaches us that we do not need to retreat from the world to find peace, but that we can find it right here, in our relationships, in our work, in our homes. It is a lesson in the ordinary mind, in the profound wisdom and beauty of a life lived with simplicity, with mindfulness, and with a deep and abiding sense of gratitude. From the village, the stream leads us into the breathtaking beauty of the terraced rice fields. The fields are a testament to the harmonious partnership between humanity and nature, a giant, green staircase to the heavens. The stream, the lifeblood of this landscape, is diverted to nourish each and every terrace, a perfect, living demonstration of the great, cyclical dance of giving and receiving. Here, we learn the lesson of interdependence, the lesson that nothing exists in isolation. The stream, the sun, the earth, the farmer, all are a part of a single, unified, and sacred whole. We sit by the still water of the paddies, and we see the world reflected with a perfect, breathtaking clarity. And we understand that our own minds can be such a mirror, if only we can learn to be still. Now, as the sun sets, we drift with the stream into the mysterious, liminal world of the river delta. It is a world that is neither land nor sea, a world of shifting boundaries and profound ambiguity. The river, which has been our single, constant guide, now frays and unravels, preparing to merge with the great, endless ocean. It is a lesson in letting go of our own fixed identity, of our own rigid sense of self, and allowing ourselves to dissolve into something vaster, more mysterious, and more profound. We float in a small boat, and we feel our own sense of self beginning to soften and dissolve. We are the water, the reeds, the fiery sky. We are a part of the great, interconnected, and ever-changing tapestry of existence. A sense of profound spaciousness opens up within us, and we are filled with a sense of peace that is vast, open, and boundless. And finally, we drift out of the delta and into the great, wide, and endless ocean. The journey is complete. The stream has returned to its source. The drop has become the ocean. The sky is a vast, star-studded canopy, and the moon casts a silver path across the water. We are rocked in the gentle, rhythmic cradle of the waves, and we are filled with a sense of a peace that surpasses all understanding. We have come home. Here, in the great, silent, and peaceful embrace of the ocean, we let go of everything. We let go of the journey, of the story, of all thought, all effort. We simply are. We are one with the ocean, one with the stars, one with the great, silent, and eternal mystery of existence. We are infinite, we are eternal, we are free, and in this state of perfect, blissful, and boundless peace, we allow ourselves to drift, to dream, to sleep. Good night, sleep well, and know that you are, and always have been, and always will be, a part of the great, peaceful, and eternal ocean of being. Let us linger for a while longer at the source, this sacred, silent place, high in the mountains. The mist is not a uniform grey, but a swirling, opalescent tapestry of 1,000 different shades. It moves with a slow, silent, and graceful choreography, revealing and concealing the dark, ancient face of the rock. It is the breath of the mountain, a visible exhalation of its deep, inner peace. You watch it, and you feel your own breath deepening, slowing, becoming as soft and as gentle as the mist itself. The silence here is not an absence of sound, but a presence. It is a living, vibrant silence, a silence that is filled with the unheard music of the cosmos. It is the silence of the stars, the silence of the ancient, unmoving rock, the silence of the vast, empty spaces between the atoms. You listen to this silence, and you feel it entering you, filling you, becoming you. The chatter of your mind, the endless, repetitive stories you tell yourself, begins to fade, to dissolve into this great, all-encompassing stillness. Each drop of water that emerges from the rock is a miracle. It is a jewel, a tear, a note of music. It is the universe giving birth to itself, over and over again. You imagine that you are this drop of water. You feel the slow, patient gathering of your being within the heart of the mountain, the quiet, inner knowing that it is time to be born. You feel the moment of letting go, the release, the fall, and then the gentle, joyful merging with the pool below, the return to the whole, the end of separation. It is the entire cycle of life, death, and rebirth, played out in a single, perfect, and eternal moment. The pool is a scrying glass, a portal to another dimension. As you gaze into its depths, you see not just your own reflection, but the reflections of all the beings who have ever come to this place, to drink, to rest, to find peace. You see the deer, the bear, the eagle. You see the ancient, long-forgotten ancestors, their faces filled with a deep, quiet wisdom. You see that you are a part of this lineage, this great, unbroken chain of life. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Now, let us follow the stream as it begins its descent. It is a tiny, playful, and fearless thing, a silver serpent slithering through the moss and the ferns. It is pure potential, pure life force, pure joy. It does not know where it is going, and it does not care. It is completely and utterly present in each and every moment of its journey. It is a teacher of the beginner's mind, the mind that is open, curious, and free from the burden of expectation. You feel your own mind becoming lighter, more playful, more open to the wonder of the journey. In the ancient forest, the light is a living thing. It is a soft, green, and liquid light, a light that seems to flow and ripple like water. It dapples the forest floor, creating a constantly shifting, intricate, and beautiful mosaic of light and shadow. You watch this play of light, and you realize that it is a metaphor for your own consciousness. There are the bright, sunlit moments of joy and clarity, and there are the dark, shadowy moments of sadness and confusion. Both are a part of the dance. Both are beautiful. Both are necessary. You learn to embrace the shadows as well as the light, to find the beauty in the whole, complex, and ever-changing pattern of your own being. The moss that covers the stones and the trees is a world in itself. It is a miniature forest, a universe of intricate, delicate, and perfectly formed life. You lie down on a bed of moss, and you feel its softness, its coolness, its damp, life-giving embrace. It is like being held by the earth itself, a gentle, loving, and unconditional embrace. You feel your body relaxing, your muscles letting go, your bones sinking into the deep, soft, and nurturing heart of the forest. The air in the forest is a medicine. It is filled with the phytoncides, the aromatic, healing compounds that the trees release. You breathe it in, and you feel it cleansing your lungs, calming your nervous system, boosting your immune system. You are not just breathing air, you are breathing in the very life force of the forest, the collective, benevolent spirit of the ancient, wise, and loving trees. You feel a sense of profound well-being, of a health that is not just physical, but emotional, mental, and spiritual. In the bamboo grove, the sound of the wind is a form of Zen teaching. It is a sound that is both there and not there, a sound that is constantly changing, yet always the same. It is a sound that cannot be grasped, that cannot be held onto. It is a lesson in impermanence, in the fleeting, transient, and beautiful nature of all things. You listen to the sound of the wind in the bamboo, and you learn to let go of your own need, to grasp, to control, to hold on. You learn to simply be with the sound, to allow it to arise and pass away, without judgment, without attachment. The hollowness of the bamboo is a sacred space. It is the space of pure potential, the space from which all things arise. It is the Tao, the great, mysterious, and unknowable source of all being. You sit in the bamboo grove, and you feel your own inner hollowness, your own inner sacred space. It is not an emptiness of lack, but an emptiness of infinite possibility. It is the quiet, still center of your being, the place where you are one with the Tao, one with the great, mysterious, and beautiful dance of life. At the waterfall, the roar of the water is a form of shock therapy, a powerful, energetic cleansing that blasts away all the accumulated debris of your mind. It is a sound that demands your complete and total attention, a sound that forces you into the present moment. You cannot think, you cannot worry, you cannot plan when you are in the presence of the waterfall. You can only be, and in that being, you are washed clean, you are renewed, you are reborn. The pool at the base of the waterfall is a place of chaos and creation. It is a swirling, churning, and frothing cauldron of pure, raw energy. It is the place where the old is destroyed and the new is born. You watch the dance of the water, and you see that there is a pattern in the chaos, a rhythm in the turmoil. It is the rhythm of life itself, the endless, beautiful, and terrifying dance of creation and destruction. You learn to not fear the chaos in your own life, but to see it as a sign of transformation, of a new and more beautiful form that is waiting to be born. Is less than hashon to one hash is greater than. In the meadow, the warmth of the sun is a form of loving kindness meditation. It is a gentle, nurturing, and unconditional warmth that asks for nothing in return. It simply gives. You lie in the grass, and you feel the sun's warmth on your skin, and you feel yourself opening up, like a flower, to receive this gift of love. You feel your own heart filling with a similar warmth, a similar love, a similar desire to give, to share, to nurture. The bees in the meadow are masters of mindfulness. They are completely and utterly absorbed in their task, their tiny bodies and minds focused on a single point, the heart of the flower. They are a living demonstration of the power of a focused and concentrated mind. You watch them, and you are inspired to bring a similar quality of attention to your own life, to your own tasks, to your own relationships. You learn that it is in this quality of attention that the secret of a joyful and meaningful life is to be found. In the Zen garden, the raked sand is a map of the mind. The lines are the paths of our thoughts, the patterns of our conditioning. The stones are the obstacles, the challenges, the moments of resistance. The garden teaches us that we can be the artist of our own minds. We can choose which paths to follow, which patterns to create. We can learn to work with our obstacles, to incorporate them into a larger, more beautiful, and more harmonious design. We can be the creators of our own inner peace. The koi in the pond are a lesson in graceful aging. They are old, yet they are beautiful. Their movements are slow, yet they are powerful. They are a living embodiment of the beauty that comes with age, with wisdom, with a life lived in harmony with the flow of time. You watch them, and you let go of your own fear of aging, of your own attachment to youth. You learn to see the beauty in every stage of life, to embrace the wisdom and the grace that comes with the passage of time. In the village, the taste of a simple bowl of rice is a profound teaching. It is a taste of the sun, the earth, the water, the farmer's labor. It is a taste of the entire universe in a single bowl. You eat with a sense of gratitude, of reverence, of a deep and abiding connection to the great web of life that sustains you. You learn that the most profound truths are often to be found in the most simple and ordinary of experiences. The laughter of the children in the village is the sound of enlightenment. It is a sound of pure, unadulterated joy, a sound that is free from all worry, all fear, all sense of a separate self. It is the sound of the universe delighting in itself. You listen to their laughter, and you feel your own heart becoming lighter, more joyful, more free. You remember the child that is within you, the part of you that knows how to play, how to laugh, how to live in a state of pure, unbridled, and unconditional joy. In the rice fields, the reflections in the water are a lesson in the nature of reality. They are beautiful, yet they are not real. They are a perfect image of the world, yet they are just an image. The fields teach us that the world we perceive through our senses is like a reflection in the water. It is beautiful, it is real on its own level, but it is not the ultimate reality. The ultimate reality is the still, clear, and silent water of our own consciousness, the mirror that reflects it all. The cycle of planting, growing, and harvesting the rice is the cycle of our own spiritual journey. There is a time for planting the seeds of intention, a time for nurturing our growth through mindful practice, and a time for harvesting the fruits of our labor in the form of wisdom, compassion, and peace. The fields teach us to be patient, to trust the process, to know that there is a season for everything, and that all things come in their own good time. In the river delta, the blurring of the boundaries between the river and the sea is a lesson in the illusion of the separate self. We think we are a single, separate, and solid entity, but we are not. We are a process, a flow, a constantly changing and evolving pattern of energy and information. The delta teaches us to let go of our attachment to our own story, to our own identity, and to embrace the great, mysterious, and beautiful truth of our own fluid and boundless nature. The birds of the delta are masters of the art of waiting. They stand for hours, perfectly still, their attention focused, their bodies relaxed, their minds alert. They are not waiting with impatience, but with a deep, quiet, and confident, knowing that what they are waiting for will come. They are a lesson in the power of receptive awareness, of the wisdom of knowing when to act and when to simply be still. And now, in the great, wide, and endless ocean, we are home. The journey is over, and yet it has just begun. For the ocean is not an end, but a beginning. It is the source of all life, the womb of all creation, the great, silent, and eternal mystery from which all things arise and to which all things return. We float on its gentle, rhythmic swell, and we are held in its loving, unconditional, and eternal embrace. We are at peace, we are whole, we are free, and in this state of perfect, blissful, and boundless union, we allow ourselves to drift, to dream, to sleep, Good night. Sleep well, and know that you are, and always have been, and always will be, a part of the great, peaceful, and eternal ocean of being. Let us return, one last time, to the source. Feel the profound stillness of this place seep into your bones. The mist is a living entity, a soft, grey dragon that coils and uncoils around the mountain's peak. It is the visible breath of the sleeping earth, and as you watch it, you feel your own breath becoming as slow, as deep, and as silent as the mountains. You are not just observing the peace, you are inhaling it, becoming it. The silence here is not empty, it is full. It is full of the patient, enduring presence of the ancient rock, full of the vast, silent wisdom of the stars that are just beginning to fade from the pre-dawn sky. It is a silence that absorbs all the noise of your mind, all the static of your worries, leaving only a state of pure, crystalline awareness. You are not thinking, you are simply aware. You are the awareness itself, vast, silent, and serene. Each drop of water that weeps from the rock is a word in a language that is older than speech. It is a language of pure being. You listen with your heart, and you understand. The drop speaks of the courage it takes to let go, to leave the safety of the known, and to fall into the mystery of the unknown. It speaks of the joy of surrender, the bliss of merging with the whole. It is a sermon in a single, liquid syllable, a teaching that bypasses the intellect and resonates directly with your soul. The pool is a liquid sky, a gateway to the infinite. As you gaze into its unblinking, glassy eye, you feel the boundaries of your own self begin to dissolve. You are not just the reflection on the surface, but the entire, fathomless depth of the pool. You are the cool, silent water, the ancient, unmoving rock, the swirling, mysterious mist. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a universe in miniature, a being of infinite depth and boundless potential. Now, let us follow the infant stream as it embarks on its great adventure. It is a thread of pure, liquid light, a playful, fearless explorer in a world of green and grey. It is the embodiment of the beginner's mind, a mind that is free from the past, free from the future, a mind that is completely and utterly absorbed in the wonder of the present moment. You feel your own mind being cleansed of its cynicism, its weariness, its preconceptions. You are seeing the world for the first time, with the fresh, wide, and wondering eyes of a child. In the ancient forest, the trees are not just trees. They are great, silent, and benevolent beings. They are the guardians of this sacred place, the keepers of its ancient wisdom. You lean against the trunk of a giant pine, and you feel its strength, its stability, its deep, unwavering peace flowing into you. You feel its roots, deep in the earth, drawing up nourishment and stability. You feel its branches, high in the sky, reaching for the light, for inspiration, for connection with the divine. You are the tree, perfectly balanced between heaven and earth, a bridge between the spiritual and the material worlds. Is less than Heishon. The moss that carpets the forest floor is a universe of its own. You lie down upon it, and it is like sinking into a living, breathing cushion. 1,000 years of patient growth cradling your body. You bring your awareness to the point of contact between your body and the moss. You feel its coolness, its dampness, its incredible softness. You imagine you can feel the intricate network of tiny rhizoids, the root-like structures that anchor it to the earth. You are being held by 1,000,000 tiny, gentle hands. You feel the history in this moss, the memory of every season, every rainfall, every creature that has walked upon it. It is a living library of the forest's story, And in this moment, you are a part of that story. The air in the forest is a potent elixir, a medicine for the soul. It is thick with the scent of pine needles, a sharp, clean, and invigorating fragrance that seems to clear the mind and awaken the senses. Beneath that is the rich, dark, and loamy scent of the earth itself, the smell of fertility, of life, of a soil that has been enriched by millennia of fallen leaves and decaying wood. It is the smell of time itself, the smell of life turning into death, and death turning back into life. You breathe it in, and you feel a sense of profound connection to this endless, beautiful, and necessary cycle. You are not separate from it. You are a part of it. Your own breath is a part of the forest's breath. Your own life, a part of its great, slow, and patient life. In the bamboo grove, the light is a painter. It is a soft, green, and ethereal light that filters through the high, dense canopy of leaves, creating a world of shifting, subtle, and beautiful patterns. You watch as the light moves, as a gentle breeze stirs the leaves, and the patterns on the ground shift and dance. It is like watching a silent, slow-motion film, a movie made of light and shadow. You realize that your own mind is like this. It is a space through which the light of awareness shines, and the patterns of your thoughts are like the shadows cast by the leaves. They are not solid. They are not permanent. They are simply patterns of energy, and you can learn to watch them with the same detached, appreciative, and peaceful awareness with which you watch the light in the bamboo grove. The sound of the wind in the bamboo is a masterclass in music. It is a sound that is at once complex and simple, random and rhythmic, chaotic and harmonious. It is a symphony played on 1,000 hollow flutes, a concert that is never the same twice. You close your eyes, and you allow the sound to wash over you, to fill you. You do not try to analyze it, to understand it. You simply listen, and in that listening, you find that the sound begins to listen to you. It seems to respond to your own inner state, becoming softer as you become calmer, more playful as you feel a sense of joy, more profound as you enter a state of deep, meditative stillness. You are not just a listener, you are a part of the orchestra. At the waterfall, the power of the water is a lesson in the nature of true strength. It is not a rigid, brittle, or controlling strength. It is a fluid, adaptable, and relentless strength. The water does not fight the rock. It simply wears it away, over millennia, with its gentle, persistent, and unwavering caress. It is a strength that is found in yielding, in flowing, in surrendering to the great, inexorable pull of gravity. You stand in the midst of the waterfall, and you feel this power entering you. You feel your own rigidities, your own resistances, beginning to soften, to dissolve. You are learning to become like the water, to find your own strength, not in fighting, but in flowing. The pool at the base of the waterfall is a place of profound transformation. It is a place where the water, which has been falling, chaotic, and full of energy, comes to rest. It is a place of integration, of a peace that is born not of an absence of energy, but of a perfect balance of it. You gaze into the churning, frothing water, and you see that it is not just chaos, it is a dance. It is a dance of 1,000,000 tiny, individual drops, each one following its own path, yet all contributing to a single, unified, and beautiful whole. It is a metaphor for your own life, for the way in which all your own seemingly separate and chaotic experiences can, when seen from a place of wisdom, come together to form a single, beautiful, and meaningful whole. In the meadow, The wildflowers are a silent sermon on the beauty of diversity. There are 1,000 different kinds of flowers here, each with its own unique shape, its own unique color, its own unique fragrance. There is no competition here, no sense of one flower being better than another. Each one is a perfect, unique, and beautiful expression of the life force. They coexist in a state of perfect harmony, their diversity creating a beauty that is far greater than the sum of its parts. You walk through the meadow, and you feel a sense of deep appreciation for your own unique and beautiful nature, and for the unique and beautiful nature of every other being in the universe. The bees in the meadow are a lesson in the joy of work. They are not working out of a sense of duty or obligation, but out of a deep, instinctual, and joyful connection to their purpose. Their work is a form of play, a form of dance, a form of celebration. They are so completely absorbed in their task, so fully present in each moment, that there is no room for anything else. You watch them, and you are inspired to find a similar sense of joy, of purpose, of mindful absorption in your own work, in your own life. You learn that any task, no matter how humble, can become a source of profound joy and satisfaction if it is performed with a sense of presence, of mindfulness, of love. In the Zen garden, the ancient, gnarled pine tree is a master teacher of the art of aging. It is old, yet it is not decrepit. It is scarred, yet it is not ugly. Its twisted, asymmetrical form is a testament to a long and difficult life, a life of enduring the wind, the snow, the lightning. And yet, it is in these very imperfections, these very scars, that its profound and unique beauty is to be found. It is a beauty that is born of resilience, of endurance, of a deep and abiding strength. You look at the pine tree, and you feel your own fear of aging, of imperfection, beginning to fall away. You learn to see the beauty in your own scars, the wisdom in your own wrinkles, the strength in your own resilience. The still pond in the Zen garden is a lesson in the nature of the mind. When the mind is agitated, stirred up by the winds of desire and aversion, it is like a pond whose surface is choppy and disturbed. It cannot reflect the world with any clarity. But when the mind is still, when it is free from the winds of grasping and resisting, it becomes like the still pond in the Zen garden. Its surface becomes a perfect, clear, and flawless mirror, reflecting the world exactly as it is, without distortion, without judgment. The garden teaches you that the path to wisdom is the path to a still and quiet mind, a mind that has the capacity to see the world and itself with a perfect and beautiful clarity. In the village, the simple act of sharing a cup of tea is a profound spiritual practice. The tea is not just a beverage, it is a vehicle for connection, for community, for the sharing of a moment of quiet presence. The preparation of the tea is a meditation, a slow, mindful, and graceful ritual. The drinking of the tea is an act of appreciation, of gratitude, of a deep and simple enjoyment of the present moment. You sit with the villagers and you share a cup of tea, and in this simple, ordinary act, you feel a sense of connection, of belonging, of a peace that is both personal and communal. The blacksmith's hammer, ringing in the clear village air, is the sound of transformation. The blacksmith takes a piece of raw, unformed iron, and through the application of fire and force, he transforms it into something useful, something beautiful, something strong. It is a metaphor for our own spiritual practice. We take the raw material of our own minds, our own hearts, our own lives, and through the application of the fire of our attention, the force of our intention, we transform ourselves into something stronger, more beautiful, more useful to the world. The sound of the hammer is a call to action, a reminder that we are the blacksmiths of our own lives. In the rice fields, the water is a teacher of the art of nurturing. It gives itself freely and completely to the young rice shoots, asking for nothing in return. It is a perfect expression of selfless, unconditional love. It understands that in nurturing others, it is also nurturing itself, for it is a part of the great, interconnected web of life. The fields teach us that our own happiness is not to be found in what we can get, but in what we can give. They teach us that the path to a full and joyful life is the path of service, of generosity, of a love that flows freely and unconditionally to all beings. The farmer, bent over in the field, is a model of humility. They are not the master of the land, but its servant. They work in a spirit of cooperation, of partnership, of a deep and abiding respect for the power and the wisdom of nature. They know that they cannot force the rice to grow, but can only create the conditions in which it can grow. It is a lesson in letting go of our own arrogance, our own desire to control, and learning to work in harmony with the great, mysterious, and powerful forces of life. It is the lesson of humility, the foundation of all true wisdom. In the river delta, the setting sun is a final, glorious, and beautiful act of letting go. It does not cling to the sky, but surrenders to the coming of the night with a grace and a beauty that is breathtaking. It paints the sky with a final, magnificent flourish of color, a final, generous gift of its beauty before it disappears below the horizon. It is a lesson in how to end things, how to let go, how to die. It teaches us that there is a profound beauty and a deep peace to be found in the act of surrender, in the graceful and willing acceptance of the end. The stars that emerge in the deepening twilight of the delta are a reminder of the vastness and the mystery of the universe. They are a reminder that our own small lives, our own small worries, are a part of a much, much larger story. You look up at the stars and you feel a sense of awe, of wonder, of a profound and beautiful insignificance. You are a tiny, fleeting spark in the great, eternal, and magnificent fire of the cosmos. And in that realization, you find a strange and beautiful kind of peace, a peace that comes from letting go of your own self-importance and simply resting in the vast, mysterious, and beautiful embrace of the whole. And now, as we float on the great, dark, and silent ocean, we are one with the mystery. The journey is over, the story is told, the lessons are learned, and all that is left is this deep, profound, and boundless peace, this sense of being held, of being loved, of being home. The gentle, rhythmic rocking of the waves is the heartbeat of the universe, and your own heart beats in perfect, effortless synchrony with it. The soft, shushing sound of the waves is the breath of the universe, and your own breath is a part of it. You are not separate. You are one with the ocean, one with the stars, one with the great, silent, and eternal mystery of being. And in this oneness, there is only peace. A peace that is deep, that is wide, that is endless. A peace that is your own true nature. A peace that you can now allow to carry you into a deep, restful, and profoundly healing sleep. Good night. Sleep well. You are loved. You are safe. You are home. Let us return for a final, lingering moment to the source. The air here is so pure, so thin, it feels as if you are breathing not air, but spirit. The mist is a living prayer, a soft, silent invocation that rises from the heart of the mountain. You watch its slow, graceful, and utterly unpredictable dance, and you realize that this is the nature of life itself. It is not a straight line, but a dance, a swirl, a mystery. You let go of your need for certainty, for a map, for a plan. You surrender to the dance. The silence here is a teacher. It teaches you to listen not with your ears, but with your whole being. You listen to the silence, and you begin to hear the subtle, unheard melodies of the universe. You hear the music of the spheres, the song of the stars, the deep, resonant hum of the earth itself. You realize that you are not just in the silence, but that you are the silence. You are the still, silent, and spacious awareness in which the entire universe arises and passes away. Each drop of water that emerges from the rock is a perfect, complete, and self-contained universe. It holds within it the memory of the mountain, the promise of the ocean, the entire, vast, and beautiful journey that lies ahead. You imagine that you are this drop of water. You feel the immense, patient, and powerful pressure of the mountain behind you, the great, irresistible pull of the ocean before you. You are held between these two great forces, and in this holding, you find your own strength, your own purpose, your own destiny. The pool is a liquid crystal ball, a tool for seeing into the true nature of things. You gaze into its depths, and you see not just your own face, but the face of all humanity. You see the joy, the sorrow, the hope, the fear. You see the endless, beautiful, and tragic drama of human life. And in seeing it all, you feel a sense of profound compassion, a love that is not personal, but universal, a love that embraces all beings, in all their flawed and beautiful humanity. Now, let us follow the stream as it carves its path through the ancient forest. The trees are not just wood and leaves. They are living libraries, repositories of ancient, sacred knowledge. You place your hand on the rough, weathered bark of an ancient oak, and you feel a subtle vibration, a transfer of energy, of information. The tree is speaking to you, not in words, but in a language of pure being. It is sharing with you its wisdom, its patience, its deep, unwavering, and unconditional love for all life. You feel yourself being blessed, being initiated into the great, green, and silent mystery of the forest. The forest floor is a soft, fragrant, and holy ground. It is a carpet woven from 1,000,000 fallen leaves, 1,000,000 shed pine needles, 1,000,000 tiny, forgotten flowers. It is a testament to the beauty of letting go, of the grace of surrender. You walk on this ground, and you feel as if you are walking on the soft, forgiving, and loving heart of the earth itself. You feel your own heart softening, forgiving, opening. In the bamboo grove, the play of light and shadow is a form of calligraphy, a sacred script written by the hand of nature. The shadows of the bamboo stalks fall across the ground like the brushstrokes of a Zen master, at once bold and delicate, strong and graceful. You watch this ever-changing script, and you realize that your own life is a story, a poem, a work of art that is being written in every moment. You are the artist, and you are the art. You are the writer, and you are the story, and you can choose to make your story one of beauty, of grace, of a deep and abiding peace. The hollowness of the bamboo is a gateway to the infinite. It is a portal, a tunnel, a wormhole that connects this world to the world of spirit. You place your ear against the smooth, cool surface of a bamboo stalk, and you can hear the sound of the wind, not just from the outside, but from the inside. It is a sound that is both intimate and cosmic, a sound that speaks of the great, mysterious, and beautiful emptiness that lies at the heart of all things. You listen, and you are not afraid. You are home. At the waterfall, the sheer, raw, and untamed power of the water is a lesson in the nature of your own life force. You too have this power within you. It is the power to create, to destroy, to transform. It is the power of passion, of love, of a deep and unwavering commitment to your own truth. The waterfall teaches you to not be afraid of this power, but to honor it, to respect it, to learn to wield it with wisdom, with compassion, and with a deep and abiding sense of responsibility. The rainbow in the midst of the waterfall is a bridge. It is a bridge between the heavens and the earth, between the world of spirit and the world of matter. It is a bridge between your own human self and your own divine self. You see the rainbow, and you feel a sense of connection, of integration, of a deep and beautiful wholeness. You are not just a creature of the earth, you are also a child of the heavens. You are a being of both body and spirit, and in the union of these two, you find your own true and complete self. In the meadow, the gentle, rhythmic, and almost imperceptible sway of the wildflowers in the breeze is a lesson in the art of Wu Wei, of effortless action. The flowers do not try to sway, they are simply swayed. They are so perfectly relaxed, so completely surrendered to the flow of the wind, that their movement is one of perfect grace, of perfect beauty. You watch them, and you learn to let go of your own striving, your own efforting. You learn to relax, to surrender, to allow yourself to be moved by the great, gentle, and invisible currents of grace that are always flowing through your life. The clouds that drift across the vast blue canvas of the meadow sky are a teaching on the nature of thoughts. They arise from nowhere, they take a form for a while, and then they dissolve back into the formless emptiness from which they came. They are beautiful, they are interesting, but they are not real. They are just weather. The sky does not cling to the clouds, nor does it push them away. It simply allows them to be, in all their transient and beautiful glory. You learn to be the sky and to allow your thoughts to be the clouds. You learn to rest in the vast, open, and untroubled expanse of your own awareness. In the Zen garden, the arrangement of the stones is a silent koan, a riddle that cannot be solved by the intellect, but can only be understood through a direct, intuitive, and experiential knowing. The stones are not just stones, they are questions. They ask, what is the nature of being? What is the relationship between form and emptiness? What is the sound of one hand clapping? You sit with these questions, not with the intention of finding an answer, but with the intention of deepening the question. And in the deepening of the question, you find that the answer is not a concept, but a state of being. It is the state of being that you are in, right now, in this moment of deep, quiet, and peaceful contemplation. The moss in the Zen garden is a teacher of the beauty of the small. It is a universe of intricate, delicate, and perfect detail, a world that can only be seen when you slow down, when you quiet your mind, when you bring your attention to the present moment. The garden teaches you that the path to the infinite is through the particular, that the gateway to the sacred is through the ordinary. You learn to find the universe in a grain of sand, eternity in a single hour, God in the face of every being you meet. In the village, the rhythm of the blacksmith's hammer is the rhythm of the human heart. It is a rhythm of work, of creation, of a deep and abiding commitment to the transformation of the world. It is a rhythm that is both strong and gentle, powerful and precise. You listen to the hammer, and you feel your own heart beating in time with it. You feel a sense of connection to all the men and women throughout all of history who have worked with their hands, who have transformed the raw materials of the earth into things of beauty and of use. You feel a sense of pride, of dignity, of a deep and simple joy in the work of your own hands, in the contribution that you make to the world. In the rice fields, the vast, unbroken, and shimmering expanse of the flooded paddies is a lesson in the nature of the collective consciousness. Each paddy is a separate, individual entity, yet they are all connected by the same water, the same light, the same sky. They are a perfect metaphor for humanity. We are all separate, individual beings, yet we are all connected by the same life force, the same consciousness, the same divine source. The fields teach us that we are not alone, that we are a part of a great, single, and unified being, a being that is waking up to itself through us. In the river delta, the slow, inexorable, and powerful mixing of the fresh water and the salt water is a lesson in the nature of love. It is a merging, a blending, a dissolving of boundaries. It is a process in which two things become one, without either one losing its own essential nature. It is a dance of giving and receiving, of a surrender that is also a form of empowerment. You watch the waters mingle, and you learn that true love is not a transaction, but a transformation. It is a process in which you lose yourself, and in losing yourself, you find a self that is larger, more beautiful, and more true than any you have ever known before. And now, as we rest in the great, silent, and eternal embrace of the ocean, we are complete. The journey is over, the story is told, the lessons are learned, and all that remains is this deep, profound, and boundless peace, this sense of being home, of being whole, of being free. You are the ocean, and the ocean is you. You are the wave, and you are the stillness beneath the wave. You are the light, and you are the darkness. You are everything, and you are nothing. And in this perfect, beautiful, and paradoxical union, you find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a joy that has no cause, and a love that has no end. And in this peace, in this joy, in this love, you allow yourself, now, to drift, to dream, to sleep. Good night. Sleep well. You are eternal. You are infinite. You are free. Let us return, for a final, lingering moment, to the source. The air here is so pure, so thin, it feels as if you are breathing not air, but spirit. The mist is a living prayer, a soft, silent invocation that rises from the heart of the mountain. You watch its slow, graceful, and utterly unpredictable dance, and you realize that this is the nature of life itself. It is not a straight line, but a dance, a swirl, a mystery. You let go of your need for certainty, for a map, for a plan. You surrender to the dance. The silence here is a teacher. It teaches you to listen not with your ears, but with your whole being. You listen to the silence, and you begin to hear the subtle, unheard melodies of the universe. You hear the music of the spheres, the song of the stars, the deep, resonant hum of the earth itself. You realize that you are not just in the silence, but that you are the silence. You are the still, silent, and spacious awareness in which the entire universe arises and passes away. Each drop of water that emerges from the rock is a perfect, complete, and self-contained universe. It holds within it the memory of the mountain, the promise of the ocean, the entire, vast, and beautiful journey that lies ahead. You imagine that you are this drop of water. You feel the immense, patient and powerful pressure of the mountain behind you, the great, irresistible pull of the ocean before you. You are held between these two great forces, and in this holding, you find your own strength, your own purpose, your own destiny. The pool is a liquid crystal ball, a tool for seeing into the true nature of things. You gaze into its depths, and you see not just your own face, but the face of all humanity. You see the joy, the sorrow, the hope, the fear. You see the endless, beautiful, and tragic drama of human life. And in seeing it all, you feel a sense of profound compassion, a love that is not personal, but universal, a love that embraces all beings, in all their flawed and beautiful humanity. Now, let us follow the stream as it carves its path through the ancient forest. The trees are not just wood and leaves, they are living libraries, repositories of ancient sacred knowledge. You place your hand on the rough, weathered bark of an ancient oak, and you feel a subtle vibration, a transfer of energy, of information. The tree is speaking to you, not in words, but in a language of pure being. It is sharing with you its wisdom, its patience, its deep, unwavering, and unconditional love for all life. You feel yourself being blessed, being initiated into the great, green, and silent mystery of the forest. The forest floor is a soft, fragrant, and holy ground. It is a carpet woven from 1,000,000 fallen leaves, 1,000,000 shed pine needles, 1,000,000 tiny, forgotten flowers. It is a testament to the beauty of letting go, of the grace of surrender. You walk on this ground, and you feel as if you are walking on the soft, forgiving, and loving heart of the earth itself. You feel your own heart softening, forgiving, opening. In the bamboo grove, the play of light and shadow is a form of calligraphy, a sacred script written by the hand of nature. The shadows of the bamboo stalks fall across the ground like the brushstrokes of a Zen master, at once bold and delicate, strong and graceful. You watch this ever-changing script, and you realize that your own life is a story, a poem, a work of art that is being written in every moment. You are the artist, and you are the art. You are the writer, and you are the story, and you can choose to make your story one of beauty, of grace, of a deep and abiding peace. The hollowness of the bamboo is a gateway to the infinite. It is a portal, a tunnel, a wormhole that connects this world to the world of spirit. You place your ear against the smooth, cool surface of a bamboo stalk, and you can hear the sound of the wind, not just from the outside, but from the inside. It is a sound that is both intimate and cosmic, a sound that speaks of the great, mysterious, and beautiful emptiness that lies at the heart of all things. You listen, and you are not afraid. You are home. At the waterfall, the sheer, raw, and untamed power of the water is a lesson in the nature of your own life force. You too have this power within you. It is the power to create, to destroy, to transform. It is the power of passion, of love, of a deep and unwavering commitment to your own truth. The waterfall teaches you to not be afraid of this power, but to honor it, to respect it, to learn to wield it with wisdom, with compassion, and with a deep and abiding sense of responsibility. The rainbow in the midst of the waterfall is a bridge. It is a bridge between the heavens and the earth, between the world of spirit and the world of matter. It is a bridge between your own human self and your own divine self. You see the rainbow, and you feel a sense of connection, of integration, of a deep and beautiful wholeness. You are not just a creature of the earth, you are also a child of the heavens. You are a being of both body and spirit, And in the union of these two, you find your own true and complete self. In the meadow, the gentle, rhythmic, and almost imperceptible sway of the wildflowers in the breeze is a lesson in the art of wu wei, of effortless action. The flowers do not try to sway, they are simply swayed. They are so perfectly relaxed, so completely surrendered to the flow of the wind, that their movement is one of perfect grace, of perfect beauty. You watch them, and you learn to let go of your own striving, your own efforting. You learn to relax, to surrender, to allow yourself to be moved by the great, gentle, and invisible currents of grace that are always flowing through your life. The clouds that drift across the vast, blue canvas of the meadow sky are a teaching on the nature of thoughts. They arise from nowhere, they take a form for a while, and then they dissolve back into the formless emptiness from which they came. They are beautiful, they are interesting, but they are not real. They are just weather. The sky does not cling to the clouds, nor does it push them away. It simply allows them to be, in all their transient and beautiful glory. You learn to be the sky, and to allow your thoughts to be the clouds. You learn to rest in the vast, open, and untroubled expanse of your own awareness. In the Zen garden, the arrangement of the stones is a silent koan, a riddle that cannot be solved by the intellect, but can only be understood through a direct, intuitive, and experiential knowing. The stones are not just stones, they are questions. They ask, what is the nature of being? What is the relationship between form and emptiness? What is the sound of one hand clapping? You sit with these questions, not with the intention of finding an answer, but with the intention of deepening the question. And in the deepening of the question, you find that the answer is not a concept, but a state of being. It is the state of being that you are in, right now, in this moment of deep, quiet, and peaceful contemplation. The moss in the Zen garden is a teacher of the beauty of the small. It is a universe of intricate, delicate, and perfect detail. A world that can only be seen when you slow down, when you quiet your mind, when you bring your attention to the present moment. The garden teaches you that the path to the infinite is through the particular, that the gateway to the sacred is through the ordinary. You learn to find the universe in a grain of sand, eternity in a single hour, God in the face of every being you meet. In the village, the rhythm of the blacksmith's hammer is the rhythm of the human heart. It is a rhythm of work, of creation, of a deep and abiding commitment to the transformation of the world. It is a rhythm that is both strong and gentle, powerful and precise. You listen to the hammer, and you feel your own heart beating in time with it. You feel a sense of connection to all the men and women throughout all of history who have worked with their hands, who have transformed the raw materials of the earth into things of beauty and of use. You feel a sense of pride, of dignity, of a deep and simple joy in the work of your own hands, in the contribution that you make to the world. In the rice fields, the vast, unbroken, and shimmering expanse of the flooded paddies is a lesson in the nature of the collective consciousness. Each paddy is a separate, individual entity, yet they are all connected by the same water, the same light, the same sky. They are a perfect metaphor for humanity. We are all separate, individual beings, yet we are all connected by the same life force, the same consciousness, the same divine source. The fields teach us that we are not alone, that we are a part of a great, single, and unified being, a being that is waking up to itself through us. In the river delta, the slow, inexorable, and powerful mixing of the fresh water and the salt water is a lesson in the nature of love. It is a merging, a blending, a dissolving of boundaries. It is a process in which two things become one, without either one losing its own essential nature. It is a dance of giving and receiving, of a surrender that is also a form of empowerment. You watch the waters mingle, and you learn that true love is not a transaction, but a transformation. It is a process in which you lose yourself, and in losing yourself, you find a self that is larger, more beautiful, and more true than any you have ever known before. And now, as we rest in the great, silent, and eternal embrace of the ocean, we are complete. The journey is over, the story is told, the lessons are learned, and all that remains is this deep, profound, and boundless peace, this sense of being home, of being whole, of being free. You are the ocean, and the ocean is you. You are the wave, and you are the stillness beneath the wave. You are the light, and you are the darkness. You are everything, and you are nothing. And in this perfect, beautiful, and paradoxical union, you find a peace that surpasses all understanding, a joy that has no cause, and a love that has no end. And in this peace, in this joy, in this love, you allow yourself now to drift, to dream, to sleep. Good night. Sleep well. You are eternal. You are infinite. You are free.